Welcome back to the Angelo podcast. This is episode 3 where we use a random Facebook list we found to rank some anime stuff.
Yeah.
What's up?
Who wants to start with the anime that they hate?
First off, we have all 6 people here on the podcast today. Nice little special event.
Let's
Amazing.
go.
That's happened 2/3 of the time. It's
COVID-19 brought us together.
Amazing. Well, would you
Uh,
like to list all the stuff on the?
I'd love to. So we're going to
Okay.
be talking about the anime that we hate, the anime we think is overrated, the anime we think is underrated, that we love, the anime we can watch over and over, an anime that made me fall in love with anime that changed our lives, anime that surprised us, a guilty pleasure anime that we should have seen by now but haven't, a great anime to see, an anime I wish I had never watched, anime you wish had more seasons, and a podcast that we hate the most, which is a special addition to this podcast.
I can't wait to talk about mine that I hate.
Okay.
All right.
Would anybody like to start off with the anime that they hate?
Will, you can start it off.
Okay, so the anime that I hate is Boruto. Now, I'm sure you all know what Boruto is. It's the continuation of the beloved series Naruto. And Boruto just took Naruto and took a fat fucking dump on it. And I watched 94 episodes hoping and praying that it would get better, and it doesn't. It is just 90% filler, and it's unentertaining, and I kept watching it because
And you're still retarded because you still watch 94 episodes. No way around that one, buddy.
yeah. So
Actually,
I'm
according to
sure
Google, 44% of it is filler.
No. 44% is filler, but then the other 50% is manga. Like it's 10% manga canon. It's awful. It's
Wait,
Yeah.
a pathetic excuse for a show.
No, there's anime canon, manga canon, filler.
Yeah. So
that's-
it's 10% actual canon.
It's
That's-
bad. It's
Yeah. So
If you wanna
I'm
get
sure you
into
all understand the
Boruto.
hate behind Boruto. Just read the manga.
Well, here's the thing. You might hate that big show that not many people know about, but Zach, he recently finished a show. He said he liked it. I think it's absolute shit. It's called Goblin Slayer, and it's the worst. Because the characters literally don't have names. That's how bad it is at character development. Like, the dude's name is Goblin Slayer. 'cause
Okay,
he's slaying goblins.
Brandon, do you
Yeah, that's what he does.
understand the
Do you understand how
background?
dumb that is?
Do you understand the
Oh my
background of the
Goblin
show?
Slayer.
Do you understand the background of the show and why they don't have names?
Yeah, because it's some like Dungeon and Dragon shit.
Yes, that's
I
the
don't care about.
point. That's the
No, here's the
point
thing.
of the show.
I don't care. I don't care about the background. I watch the show to be entertained, and when I don't know the main character's name,
That's the point. Then don't watch the show if you don't like the concept. I don't understand what you're.
what?
talking
I
about.
didn't know that was the concept. I just watched the show with
Exactly.
like no,
So you're just
with
dumb.
no backstory.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, but Zach, I got an argument. I thought the concept of the show was to slay goblins.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's fair
That's
too.
true.
Yeah, exactly. It's so one-dimensional. Like, where are the characters gonna go? Like, what's he gonna do? He's gonna stop slaying goblins? Character development? Like, shut up.
No, the character
But he
development comes in the
doesn't-
fact
We're
of
done talking. We're done talking
we're
about this.
done.
he's
I'm gonna get
interacting
too
like
mad.
killing goblins because of what happened in his past. And then his
Yeah.
character development comes in when he like
His dad
starts
died from a
actually talking-
goblin, so now he's a
Enough-
war
enough
crazed.
nonsense,
That's
Slayer.
not what it was.
Someone
Okay.
please change the
That's
topic.
not-
Someone please change the
Goblins are
topic.
dumb. Goblins are done.
Okay,
Goblin
okay.
slaying is dumb. The whole show is dumb. I hate it
so
all.
It's your turn. So it's your turn.
Goblins are dumb.
And
Go
the
ahead.
anime that I chose to hate was a quote unquote romance anime called Orange.
So,
Long story short, it's just about a guy who cucks himself in an alternate universe.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Thanks.
See, you say that it
Literally
just makes me more interested in wanting to watch it.
No.
It's not good. I don't know why people really think it's good, but I'm like, it's mediocre at best. And it's not
Yeah.
it wasn't even a good romance. It was just
It's not that I don't like the show. I absolutely hated the ending.
I can
That's fair.
see why he would cuck himself, but why would you cuck yourself?
It's
That's my
like
point.
you're like he cucked himself, but didn't cuck himself at the same time.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for the
Thank you.
conversation.
I think we can go.
Lucas
I
is
think we can go. Let's
Lucas
talk to the
is-
next person.
Lucas, you're up.
Okay, guys. I hate reincarnated as a slime.
I agree.
Why
In
is
case you
that?
didn't know and you
You
haven't
agree
seen
with
it.
that?
Yeah, it was bad. It had a hard stop.
I
Start.
never finished it, so I don't know the ending. But I watched the first 15 episodes and I liked it. I thought it was
See,
good.
my problem was Yeah, it was good for the first 10, 14-ish. I'm not sure the exact point where it got bad, but the thing was like the concept was okay, but then they just kept doing the same thing over and over again. You just beat
Yeah.
someone, be like,
Oh, my bad, Lucas. I didn't know you hated isekai.
No, but like you
well,
can't.
no,
That's literally every isekai.
No, it's not.
No.
That's
no,
bad isekai, Brandon.
because at no point do I think there's actually a villain. Because at the end of every single arc, it's like, oh wow, he's actually good, and it's like, okay,
Oh
well,
yeah,
I
I
don't
hate
care.
that when they just beat
So,
someone and all of a sudden he's like, oh, you want to be friends? Let's be all part of the same squad.
Jojo's sweating
mhm.
right now.
It happens like 3-4 times maybe.
Jojo.
It's my
God, I
turn.
should have done JoJo is what I hate.
Uh,
Carry on.
okay, so the anime I hate is In Another World with My Smartphone. Let's take I don't know. I completely despise this show. This is like if you think of like the worst isekai possible, multiply that by 100, and that's In Another World with a Smartphone. It's
Vidath,
so
I just think you don't understand the complexities of the story.
bro.
Your
Maybe I'm just too
smartphone? Your
bro. I'm just
smartphone's
too.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I do. It's so like imagine. Okay, let's see like what Konosuba. Okay, well, Konosuba is unique in a sense. Like he goes and he's like, "Oh, what do you want to bring back to the East?" He said, "You." See, that's funny. This man goes, he's like, "I'd like my smartphone with the internet." I'm like, okay, sure. Then he goes there. Oh, it's bad.
So
Bad. I think.
basically, it's like it's not like a show you hate. It's just a genuinely bad show, and you hate it because it's bad.
I no like the thing is it's bad and like I can enjoy bad shows. I did not enjoy an ounce show. It was I was cringing like every second. I was like, why am I watching?
And you kept watching it.
And
I
I
didn't know
kept
you
watching
judge shows using the metric scale.
me. Oh my bad. I should
Is ounce a metric unit?
I
Pretty
don't
yeah
sure
know.
ounce is like
Yeah.
customary.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh god.
but yeah like if you guys watch the show you agree with me. That's what I think.
Good thing I'll never watch that show.
Good.
All right.
Your turn, Zach.
All right. So I kind of have two answers right here. So
Ooh.
I have like a short answer and a long answer. Short answer, I'll just say pet. That show, it had kind of an interesting
How
premise
dare
and a
you?
decent first couple episodes. And I watched till episode 7, and like half the time it just felt like a chore to watch it. I was like, oh, gotta watch my pet episode today. Like
You were
every week,
tender.
after like 3 or 4 episodes, I just would not look for. It was confusing. Like the characters aren't likable at all. Like then they introduced like Chinese people into it too, and so I started speaking Chinese, and it just got all weird all of a sudden. And I genuinely had no clue what was going on by the time that I finished watching it, or the time that I dropped it, because I stopped after 7 episodes. But the opening was a bop, so I had to keep going. I had to push through it. But then obviously it just got so bad to the point where I couldn't watch it anymore. So that's my short answer. My long answer is Demon Slayer. So
No.
I hate.
Wait.
Whoa.
I
Whoa.
said
Okay,
Interesting.
before you start talking, let me preface. Is it you hate Demon Slayer or you hate the people who talk about Demon
no.
Slayer?
Okay, you didn't let me keep talking. I was just
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is I don't hate the anime. I actually really enjoyed it. I think it's a solid like 8.5 out of 10. I hate everything that comes with Demon Slayer. Ever since Ninja tweeted Demon Slayer is the greatest anime of all time.
Tyler Ninja Blevins.
Yes,
He happens to be my
he.
Minecraft skin.
Well,
No
I
way.
hate it.
Wow.
What?
Here's what happened after Ninja tweeted that. Not only did like people start flocking to it like they did with My Hero Academia, which I'm going to talk about that later on my list too. Um,
Oh,
People started praising it as the best anime ever, and I'm not going to lie, the spider arc in the forest, 10 out of 10. It was so good. That episode 19 was insane. Like I think I was like after I watched it, I was like, "Yo, that was ridiculous." I was spamming the group chat and everything.
it
Sohan was
was
the only other
trending
one
on
that
Twitter.
watched it at
Yeah.
that time, and I was like freaking out. And I like DM'd him just to talk about it, how insane it was. So I really enjoyed it. But the rest of it, it's like a solid like 8 out of 10. It's like classic shonen and stuff, except for the part where Zenitsu went off like the first time. That was also a 10 out of 10 for me. And it had its good moments too, but it's just a solid overall show, but the fan base for it is ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, it's winning awards at anime convention or the anime award shows or whatever. Like anime
Crunchyroll.
best animation of the decade went to Demon Slayer.
But
don't
like you
realize
can't
how
trust
many.
Crunchyroll.
What?
You can't trust the Crunchyroll
Oh, that made
rules.
me lose all my trust for Crunchyroll at that point.
Crunchyroll suck.
Again, like I don't hate the show; it's a good show, but I just hate everything that came with it. Now it's tainted for me. So because everything that whatever it comes out now, anything new show, new movie, new season, whatever, is gonna come out, and I'm gonna just be like just cringing because people are gonna be like, "Oh, yo, I'm so hyped for like, yeah, I'm hyped too," but like it's not. I don't know. It's
I got
it's frustrating. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I don't
We got
think
12 more categories to
who
go.
is it? Is that everybody for this one?
Yeah, that's you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay.
Okay, next category. Anime I think is overrated. So
All right. We doing same order? I can
it
pick it.
doesn't matter.
I can,
Whoever wants to pick.
Whoever
all right.
wants to go, just go.
Anime I think is overrated. I said this before and I'll say it again. Is One Punch Man. I was bored while I was watching it until the last episode. Like sick. There's cool animation. He's running around punching people. What else? I don't care. I really don't care. Like cool. Just go punch more people. That can be a 3 second show. Make it 3 seconds. Have him punch someone and it's over. Awesome. I gave it a 7. I think it's a 7 or a 6 maybe.
My thing is,
Because
you didn't think it was funny at all because
I don't know. I mean,
it's a parody show.
It's making like you're saying like oh he's just punching around. The thing should
yeah,
end like in
I
three
understand
seconds,
that,
right?
but I
Well,
think I used to think it was a little funny, but then I watched other shows that were a lot funnier, so I'm like, okay.
mm, I don't know. Okay.
Like I understand why you say that it's
I
fun
kind of get where you're coming from, but I still think it
because
was
it was like
dope.
one of the first shows that I watched, so I could rewatch it and find it funnier probably. But
I think it
right
was the
now, where
opposite of
it
you. It was one of the
stands,
first shows that I watched, so I thought it was like really good. That's why originally I had like a 10. I think I dropped down season 1 to like a 9 recently or something like that. But yeah,
It's still very
I
good.
feel where you're coming from though.
The whole concept behind it is good. So, but the thing is, like after you watch Mob Psycho, is like a lot better than One Punch Man. And then people who watch One Punch Man haven't watched Mob Psycho, so they're watching Psycho.
I feel like Mob Psycho and One Punch Man being like lumped together is like a disservice to One Punch Man,
A
because like of course,
disservice to One Punch Man.
because Mob Psycho's so good.
Oh,
And like
Wait,
one,
okay. You mean disservice to One Punch Man?
disservice
As
to
like
Mob.
it like makes people's opinion of it worse. I thought you meant
yeah,
it was like
because
a disservice to
no,
One
no,
Punch Man because Mob Psycho is bad. I was like,
no,
Oh,
whoa.
okay,
I was
okay,
like,
okay.
no,
whoa, hold on.
no, because it's like a different
we
genre.
need to
Like
move on. This is unrelated to overrated. We
I
need to
don't
move
care.
on.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, we have a category to go through.
I have to look at my overrated. Give me a second.
Okay, I got this.
No, no,
The
no,
show
bro.
I think
Wait.
overrated,
So
and just
Lucas,
because, no, he said he's taking time, so I'm taking it over. It's also be a short one because I've already explained it. I've told you before the show I hate is Slime. Well,
yeah,
I have a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
hatred. I have a lot of hatred for that show, and I also think it's overrated. And all the same reasons. It's stupid. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay. Vedath, I believe we had the same one. Do you still have Cowboy Bebop?
Yes, I do have Cowboy
So
Bebop.
I put Cowboy Bebop because I know people who like idolize this damn show. Like I liked it. I thought it was solid. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I like the emotional parts were good. There were just like way too many like singular episodes that were standalones. So like the story, even though it was good, there's not much like actual like
But again, like, isn't that
stuff.
like the point of the show? Like, that's the kind of show that it is.
No, Zach. Like, no,
You,
I
you
haven't
have to
watched
watch it
it,
to
but like
understand. You have to
that's
watch
the vibe I get from it. Is that like it's not like a coherent like story. It's more
No,
about like
no,
different.
there's an extremely coherent story. It's just it's not very present like within the narrative.
see,
Okay.
Makes sense.
I kind of like that, but like the why I say it was overrated is it kind of
The people who idolize.
yeah, right. It hides behind the mask of a classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like everyone is just like, yo, it's a classic, and then you can't criticize it at all, and then people just put it at a 10. So like,
Didn't Naruto take that one fight scene right from Cowboy Bebop, or is that something different?
yeah, wait, no, it's
What?
what?
You're gonna have to get a little more specific than that.
But
There's some hand to hand fight scene or something like that. I don't know.
see, I
Maybe
think
it's
that
something
no,
different.
it was from uh
That's from the movie, right? The good
No.
fight scene.
no, it was Naruto versus Orochimaru is
Yeah.
from no, it's oh god,
I
it's
don't know
not
why I thought it was
Cowboy.
Cowboy Bebop. It's something older though.
It's an American show. It's an American show.
Okay.
Okay, well,
What are we even talking about?
we're talking about Cowboy Bebop and like how it just hides behind like the tag of classic. And when even though I do agree it's a classic, it shouldn't be like
It shouldn't be
over.
put on a pedestal.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not like it's not to the point where people for that. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sohan, you're next.
All right. So I originally had Soul Eater for this, but
Interesting.
but since nobody else has said it yet, I would like to put My Hero
Oh,
up
that was
in
Okay.
my
mine.
list.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, all right. Then I'll go with Soul Eater. Soul Eater, I'd say it's a good show. I liked the first half of it, and then I kind of just got bored with the second half, and I just didn't enjoy watching it. It
See,
was
I'm
kind of
literally
just a
exactly
grind.
halfway through. Should I just stop watching?
I
No, you should keep watching.
No.
You should
I
Finish
keep
finish
watching.
the arc. Finish the arc.
dude,
You should
how
keep
do you not
watching.
like
It's just
Soul Eater?
I
Like
Oh
didn't.
no.
I don't
I
even
don't.
think it.
I didn't
I don't
think it
think it's
was.
overrated, is it?
I mean,
I've never
Sohan
heard
obviously
anyone.
I
does.
honestly don't think Soul Eater is overrated, but
I've never
like
heard anyone say anything like bad about it, but
I
I've never
think at the
heard anyone
time,
say
at the time,
I
good.
just. I just didn't enjoy it as much as other people did.
It's almost at
That's
an A
Alright.
flat on my anime list for reference.
yeah,
So
it's I don't know. Soul Eater is a I think it's a big hit or miss for people watching it, and plus the ending isn't as good as the ending is. So
I always think it's
I
weird when
Oh
they
wow.
change the ending from the manga.
Ending's kind of
yeah
yeah.
yeah. So like if you do watch Soul Eater, just like go to the manga and read the end, and it's like everything else before is kind of the same.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, since Sohan just said it, or since he said the other one, I'll go for it. My overrated is My Hero Academia. I'm gonna preface this by saying I think it's like an 8 out of 10, like at tops.
hmm
I think it's a very good shonen, but again,
The fan
the
base.
fan base is
Yeah.
I thought that if you thought Demon
So
Slayer was bad, My Hero is like absolutely
It's
terrible. Like
okay,
toxic.
I'm coming out as a My Hero fan right here. I think that the show is very good. I just think the fan base is annoying.
didn't I
It's
I
just
just
say
agree.
exactly
that's
that?
what he
I
just
know, but
said, bro.
no. But like, I'm like a genuine fan. Like, I look forward to looking
It's
to
true.
watching the
So
show.
I
But
mean,
we all
so
do.
I
do
do
I.
too.
Like, did I ever say I
I
We
do
all
didn't?
do.
too.
I still like the
But just
show.
Because
I have
the
just
problems with
problem,
it. That's why I
tomorrow.
think it's an 8 out of 10. But I'm just saying, like especially like Deku as a main character. Like if Mirio was the main character, it would be so much better. If
Oh,
Todoroki was the main character, it'd be so
everyone
much better.
switch up when it's not there.
see,
I'm just saying.
I do.
I'm just saying. Like I think it's overrated. I think people freak out about it, and also it was like one of the only shows that like Funimation dubs at the same time as the sub comes out. So it has like a lot bigger presence in America or English speaking countries, you know. So I don't know.
Mm.
That's kind of what gets a lot of attention too, which I get that. And it's cool like if people like it as their favorite show, but then they get like the really cringy side of the fan base that like praises it as the best thing ever. And if anyone says they don't like it, you get ripped into. Like that's why I don't like it. You can say that about any show really, but like especially
Yeah.
My Hero.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I said this before about My Hero. Like, my main problem is either really overhype it or just shit on it too much to the point like it doesn't deserve that shit. It's like fine, it's good, but there's no middle for some reason when people talk about My Heroes.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next category
Wait,
is
was that everybody?
anime. Yep, that was everyone.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I guess we're
because
just losing track.
me and Brandon were the
Oh
same
yeah.
thing.
Okay, that's true.
So the next one is anime. I think is underrated. So the other
Can I
side
start
of
with
the
this?
scale.
I want to start with this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so I'm just gonna say it. I've been waiting to put this one on my list. I had to figure out where to put it. Can you guys guess?
Mm-hmm.
No, I
You guys
can't.
can.
Plunder.
Yu Yu
Kata-
Hakusho.
Yu Yu
Yeah,
Hakusho.
there you
Yeah,
go.
that's what I was gonna guess.
Plunder.
Plunder.
Yu Yu Hakusho is so underrated. Why is it underrated? Because it's not number one. That means it's underrated. That is my argument. That is legitimately my argument.
Didn't you say it
I
gets
think
boring at the end or bad or something?
it does
no,
get bad at the end,
And
but
you
I
haven't
also
even
no,
finished
think
it,
that
right?
what
Have you finished it
I
yet or
haven't
no?
I have not completely finished it. I'm on like episode 100, so I haven't seen like the final demon arc.
I
So
really
Spoilers.
like that arc. I really like that arc.
when I think of Yu Yu Hakusho, it just gives me this retro feel. This feel where I'm in the group. Like I watch these guys go and battle in these tournaments, face these guys. Like the way that the anime is set up with the music, the sound, the art, the characters, everything just makes you feel like you're within the world. It's really hard to
Yeah,
explain.
that's the vibe I got from Hunter x Hunter, and it's the same dude, so that makes
Okay,
sense.
yeah. So that's the only thing I can say is I think
Okay.
it's so underrated just because and because people don't know it. Like how do people not know it? It's so
Yeah.
good.
That's that's
This
fair.
is just me praising Yu for a minute.
I've always known about it. It's just like that shonen that started other shonens that like set the standard. But that's like all I kind of know about it. So I
Like
want to
I
watch it.
yeah. As long as it's like in your list, like in the back of your mind, that makes me happy because I think it should be.
Okay. Um, Sohan.
All right. For this one, I had Rainbow, which
Okay.
is
Yep.
which is an anime about old Japan about boys being in prison and just how they have to get through
Why
life.
is it underrated
And
though?
so the people that have watched it have rated it highly, but I'd say it's not as it's not known like Yu Yu Hakusho, just like
It's
Yu
kind of
Yu
underground.
Hakusho.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
not
Yeah,
it's not
like
underrated. It's underrepresented.
so
Way,
that you
underrepresented.
can say
Yeah,
it's underrated.
not
You could argue for underrated.
yeah.
I
So
kind
not
of
many
agree.
people
Like
have
I
heard of the show.
before you and Vidaf talked about it like I don't know like a month ago. I had never heard of it. So
It's an amazing show. I
Yeah,
don't know
same
why
here.
like it
I
just
didn't know what it was. I still don't really know
when
what
did
it
it come
is.
out?
like this like in the tens. I don't know when though.
Yeah,
Like
interesting.
13 probably
I can
14.
look it up.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in. I'll just be quick
Uh-huh.
about mine. I think Black Clover is hella underrated. I think
Yeah.
Well, I
it has like a
that makes me
7.17 or
so
something like
happy.
that
That makes me
on
so happy.
on my anime list. I think that's criminally underrated.
It's
I think
it
so
deserves high.
good.
It
the
deserves high.
I think the biggest issues people have with it are Asta's voice and the animation.
Animation.
And
Yeah.
while Asta's voice is bad in the first episode, I don't think after that he screams like at all. Like maybe a little bit,
No,
but
you have
like
to Zach, you have to understand. People complain about Asha screaming and then go watch Deku cry for like an hour. Like
yeah,
that is
that's what I mean. Like it's something like if you don't watch anime, obviously you'll get annoyed with it, but like it's not something like detrimental to the show, and it only happens once in a while after that first episode because that first episode he screams like every other second, and I was pretty pissed. I actually got so pissed. I started watching the dub because he screamed less.
Oh
I,
my.
I
Oh
watched sub
my.
again now, but like because the
Whoa.
dub wasn't bad, but like this I watched the sub now, and
Yeah.
like it's not nearly as bad.
Everyone hates
And the
dubs.
animation, okay, the animation is not the greatest. I will say that. That's probably the low point of the show is the animation. But at the same time, it's not like so bad that I can't watch it. And like they do, like you can tell they put in a decent amount of the budget on some of the higher fights, like some of the
Opening.
cooler fight scenes.
Opening.
Oh, and obviously we all know that 75% of the budget goes to the openings and the endings. So,
95%.
Dude,
which
okay. Zach,
absolute
you haven't talked
bangers.
about the most important part.
What's that?
The openings, the music, the art, the everything of the openings.
We
Top
just
Yeah,
tier.
yeah,
we
that's
just
just
we
that's
just
That's
said
that's what I
literally
that.
just said.
correct.
We
Just
just
said.
said the
Brian,
95% of the budget
No,
goes
no,
to
no,
Alright.
no, no.
No,
You
I'm done
said the
talking about.
budget, but like,
Okay,
Yeah,
we,
let's.
It's my
we can
turn.
stop. We can
It's
stop
my
talking
turn.
about Black Clover now.
It's
But
my
like,
turn.
I just think it's criminally underrated. But yeah,
My turn. I said I had two shows. Okay, I had Katanagatari and Inuyashiki. So Katanagatari, I think Sohan is currently watching it. Brandon watched it. Brandon, I know Brandon loved that show, and I do too. It's such a
I did
like
like
it's
it.
just such a chill vibe for some reason, like, especially the art
Whoa,
side,
whoa, whoa, whoa! You say it's chill?
like the art style. I'm saying.
Oh, the art style, bro.
I'm like it's like I'm like vibing with the art style, but like it's like the art style legit is like a mirror of what happens in that show. It's so good. Like
Like you'd expect like if I tell you about the actual plot of the show, you'd think it would be like a dark, gritty art style, but it's like this
right,
cartoonish, fun vibe. So like when I watched the first episode, I'm like, oh, this is kind of a little dark. Like, why is this dude like spitting out swords and shit? And then like out of nowhere, people are just like dropping like flies. It's a good show though. I agree.
yeah. So Brandon talked about Katanagatari for me. Expecting him to though. So the next show I said was Inuyashiki. Uh, I'm pretty sure this was big when it came out. Actually, it was like, but then like it just got forgotten real fast. It's
Wait,
like
has anyone else seen it? Because I haven't.
um,
I
uh,
haven't.
I don't think so.
Sohan seen it.
I haven't.
No, wait. Oh, wait, Inuyashiki. Yes,
It's the
I
the
Yeah,
have.
one with the old
Yeah,
dude and the young
yeah.
dude.
The,
yeah.
it's okay. The
Is there a
MC
dog?
is one. Yes, there's a dog. The MC is one of the most
That's
unique
all I
MC
care.
I
I've
That's what I liked about it, bro.
like. Okay. Spoiler alert.
Just
It's an
just
old
talk.
man.
Yeah.
It's an old man is the MC, and it's not. It's insane because the first episode puts you in like a weird spot. You've never seen this. It's like an old man who just hates like not, who's like not loved in a sense. Like
You need
he has
help
a
with that.
yeah. Please go on. Yes,
His family doesn't love him very much. Like they don't
yeah,
appreciate him as a person. So imagine like a 16-year-old depressed white girl, but like genuine depression as like an old man.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the MC, and it turns into an insane like robot action.
Dude, essentially the show comes from right field, and it's really cool because it's a unique premise. Like at the start, like
Yeah.
it's like nothing else.
I really recommend this show. It's amazing. Okay, so who's next? Lucas? Or
I
who?
Lucas,
Okay,
you
I
can
guess
go.
I'll go. And for my underrated, I think I'm the only one who's watched it. It's Ascendance of a Bookworm, and I completely understand why it's underrated. In case you don't know a little plot summary, it's an isekai, and a girl gets isekai'd, and then all she wants to do is read books, but there's no books, and that's the plot of the show. It sounds terrible, but I think there was 7 episodes when I first started watching it, and I stayed up until like 4 in the morning watching it because I loved it so much, and I would recommend it to everyone. There's a
Okay,
second season coming
Lucas,
out.
I gotta say, I was considering watching it, and then I'm like, I don't know if I'll enjoy this show, and I like delayed it. So like, what is like the main draw?
Dude, I have no idea.
She's just trying to read a book.
I legitimately don't know. That's the entire plot of the book, or the plot of the movie, the show. She's just trying to read books, and like it's not. It shouldn't be good. Yet I loved it, and I don't know how to make. See, I don't know how to pitch it because like when I think back at it, I'm like, why did I enjoy it?
Yeah, like that's like my big like. I was like, oh, the new season's coming out. Maybe I should watch it. I'm like, it's a show about girl wants to read books. Like, do I really want to watch that over some of my other shows? But like
Yeah, but
the way you talk about it, like makes me want to like be interested in it at least. I don't know.
10 out of 10 would recommend. Actually, I think I rated it 9 out of 10. But
A show I gave an actual 10 out of 10, and that I watched with Brandon is Zankyou no Terror. Basically,
Quality.
it's like it's rated like an 8.6 on my analyst, so it's not, and by no means is a bad show, but it is one of my favorite shows by far. It's so thrilling, and the suspense is so well done. And every time the ending hits, it's just crazy because the ending is so good in that show, and
Yeah,
you
that's the
just
vibe I
sit
got with
there in
Dororo.
shock. Yeah, you just sit there in
Duh.
shock. And the ending, the actual ending of the show, like the last couple episodes were so well done.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's
and
12
like
episodes,
Brandon
right?
and I, 11.
Oh,
So
It's
Brandon and I
super
literally
short.
on the last episode, like the actual last episode, Brandon and I just stood there sat there in a Discord call and just didn't talk for like 10 minutes. We were just shocked.
And when
It
Will
was
says me and him watched, like we sat down one day, we're like,
and
let's
watched the whole show.
like we thought we were only gonna watch a few episodes. We're like, okay, we'll watch a few, do something later. We started watching, we're like, next episode, next episode. It was just
Yeah,
like that
and
kind of
eventually we
show.
just finished it and just sat there and just didn't talk. It's
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 good.
great. It's
It
really
was a very solid show. I will agree, and I do think it's underrated too. Okay. Oh yeah, that
movie
was
we
it.
love.
that was it.
Oh
Wait,
Yeah,
is
no,
there
I
so
have
I
long
one.
haven't,
ago?
I haven't done one. I haven't done mine yet for love.
Oh no, we just
we haven't
started.
gotten to
Come on.
love.
Oh what? Oh, what
Yeah,
were we?
Oh,
oh,
bro.
That was
yeah.
underrated.
I'm still on
Underrated.
Cinema,
That was
that's right.
underrated.
Okay.
All right, let me start it off with love then, because I'm
Yeah, this
hyped.
should be a quick section.
Parasite. I believe Will is
Yeah.
watching still, right?
Yeah.
It's
Next to you.
it's got
So
to be one of my
good.
favorite shows. It's got this one OST that is
Best OST, probably the
unmatched.
best OST of all time.
Unmatched.
Besides,
Probably, yeah,
Don't Lose Your
probably
Way.
one of the
And
best.
Besides, Don't Lose Your Way.
aside from the OST, the
Uh-huh.
actual story is just like so much more mature than other shows that it's like you're watching and you don't like feel that like, oh, I'm watching like an anime right now. I'm watching Naruto, a kid show. No, like you're watching this and you're like, oh shit, this is good. Like you're like, what's gonna happen next? You know?
Yeah, I
Well,
feel that.
to be fair, I also thought that about Naruto, but but it's a different way for Parasite. I know what you're trying to
Well,
say.
to be
When
fair, it is a seinen, so it makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
It's a
I
different
because
vibe
that's
for sure.
But yeah,
I
I am
like it.
watching it
I
right
liked it
now,
a
and
lot.
every episode I watch, I'm very invested
maybe
in
it's
the
just different
episodes
for
and
me
all the
because
characters.
I
Wait,
haven't seen too many seinen, so like most of the stuff I watch is shonen, so I feel like that's why that show is like
wait,
the most
it's
different for me.
real quick. Lucas, I know you didn't like it as much. Do you have a reason?
Um, I'm trying to think back. So I recognize like the good storytelling and all that and all the things they were talking about. But I think personally, just like I wasn't. I think my problem because I wasn't as interested was it just. I don't know if it's kind of spoilers, but it kind of stuck to one area and it didn't really branch out and
Yeah.
explain more about the background. And I just like lore stuff in general. So the fact that it didn't do as much of that and kind of part of the like the lore was like, should I say it? Should I say spoilers?
You can
or no?
go for it. Spoiler
just go
alert.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, part of the lore is they never really like. Okay, Will, don't listen. Actually,
Oh wait,
they
yeah, I
never
forgot
really.
Will.
Yeah.
Actually,
Will.
never mind. Never mind.
I forgot
Yeah,
Will
you
hasn't
Can't
seen
say
it.
that. You can't say
I'm
that.
15 episodes in right now.
Just say a broad
Nope.
statement.
No, don't say it.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Yeah.
Lucas,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I get.
sorry. I was just curious because I know you didn't. I know like I loved it. I know Brandon loved it. I'm just like
I'm
saying
so
like in
interested to
general.
listen.
Anyways,
Alright.
Another thing I liked about it was like how out of nowhere like the global warming climate change message was out of nowhere.
Yeah, wait,
Oh, dude.
I forgot about that.
Spoilers.
Will has no clue. He's on episode 15 of 24. Doesn't even know the main theme
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
show.
it's okay.
Mhm.
It's nuts. It's
Another
nuts.
reason why this show is good. Shinichi.
All right, thanks for that. All right, I'm gonna jump into mine since I kind of spoiled it
Yeah.
earlier. Speaking of great OSTs, Don't Lose Your Way. I love Kill la Kill. I think it's so good. I think I put it like a 9 out of 10 on my list just because like I can see why people wouldn't like it, but like personal enjoyment is probably like a 15 out of 10. Like I could probably pull up any episode of that show and just watch it and just like enjoy the hell. I think we watched like it on stream. Like some streamer was watching episode one time, and I stayed and watched the whole thing after you guys left. Like
Oh my.
I love the characters. The characters just make the show so good. Like Ryoko
Yeah.
is such a good MC.
Really, like a really great main character. Like,
And like Senketsu, a piece of clothing, such a good character.
Shin.
Like he adds so much to Ryuko's character. And the plot, like
Yeah.
the first like 10 episodes, you guys roast me for saying it's slice of life. It's not exactly slice of life, but they do go to school and they do have like daily life and there's like a thing that happens. But then like it just deviates from that. Like it just becomes so much better after the first 10. And that's what I like about it. And there's like a lot of symbolism and stuff too, and I'm kinda like into all that. But like anyways, I could talk about it for a long time, but I'll stop there.
Yeah, so mine is just Gintama. I've already talked about it first podcast. Good show, funny, good story. Next person.
Okay.
I
Alright.
Uh,
Who's done?
so on. You can go.
Alright. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in the second podcast. My favorite anime is Steins Gate. Because great story, everything comes together, and after rewatching like the first couple episodes after finishing the series, it just everything made so much sense. And it was just nice to see how everything fit together.
Okay.
All right, Lucas.
I
That's
feel
all.
that.
I
I
guess
feel
for
that.
me,
And
and
you
pretty
forgot
much
you forgot the biggest part. Hold on. Hoin Kyoma. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Lucas.
Okay, I think pretty much like all of us, the one we love the most is almost always our favorite. So I said Assassination Classroom. And I don't
Yeah.
know, just like
So
the
good.
mix, the
That's
lighthearted
so good.
vibe, and then we're part of it. And I talked about this also in the second episode, so I don't really want to like repeat the same stuff. So good show, great show, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine was also Steins Gate, so I'm gonna deviate really quickly and switch it up to JoJo's. Because
Let's go.
because that's
go.
my so Steins Gate is by far my first favorite, but JoJo's is my third after Haikyuu. But I'm gonna talk about Haikyuu later. Spoilers a little bit, but yeah. JoJo's is just like the best way I can describe it is that it's so JoJo's. It's just it does its own thing so well, and it's so fun to watch. It's just I did love watching it, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean that's all I can say. It's kind of
Yeah.
hard,
I was stuck between Kill la
especially if
Kill
you
and
haven't seen it. But
JoJo's.
Well, because when
for
you watch
which one I
JoJo,
loved.
it's less you're like watching a show and you're like the moment you watch it, you're part of a community.
Yeah, I do agree.
You're gonna
Very
keep trying to
kind
argue
of-
in that community point to the day you die, Brandon.
What?
you said like before how you think it's like overrated, and it's the only good part of it's the community. I'm just pointing that out.
What? Who would ever say that?
Anyways,
Not Brandon.
is that all? I think it's everybody did.
No,
Love.
no, no. We're missing. Right? Oh no, Lucas finished Assassination.
everyone's gone.
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course.
So
Anime I can watch.
I'm gonna
Again,
jump in real quick right here. Anime I can watch again. I've watched each episode like at least 3 times in the past 2 weeks at this point. It's Gamers.
It's so good. So
Gamers,
good.
Gamers with an exclamation point, and don't you forget that show is so good. I can watch the episodes over and over again, and I don't understand how it's a 7 out of 10 on my anime list. Like,
Is it that low?
yeah, it's a 7.07 or something like that. It's so good. Like it should be called Misunderstandings with an exclamation point because it's just people getting confused like one episode after another. There's just at
Episode
least
6
20.
is
Hey.
amazing.
7.0.
Perfection.
It's yeah.
Hey,
It's,
hey,
What?
no, it's it's what?
7.08.
Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
That should be it.
That means it went
Should be
up.
at
Let's
least
go.
7.5.
All right, sorry for going on a tangent. I could just watch any 12 of those episodes at any time in the
And
day,
love-
and I would
love
enjoy it. But
everything.
episode 6 especially, like that's peak Gamers, and it just never drops below the peak Gamers. So, and it's a bit. So like,
It is.
what's
Yeah.
not to like?
All right.
The show I think you can watch over and over again, and I think everyone can pitch in on this if you want to. I said Prison. I've met, I've got like multiple people on the show show, and I've watched the entire thing with. So
Yeah, you guys made me watch it as one of my first animes. Terrified. I respect it now. It's
Yeah.
it's,
I remember
it's just
when I was
I'm
in
very
my
happy that I had
my awakening, anime awakening, and you guys were saying, "Yo, I know you're watching all these shows right now, but at some point you gotta get to Prison School. It's one of those shows you gotta sit down, no one can see you watch it, and you just gotta watch all the episodes." I was like, "All right, if you're hyping it up this way," and I did, and I was like,
No
"Well,
one
that was a
around.
show."
It was so good.
It's
It was a
actually
show.
amazing. Like I don't know why, but like it makes fun of like over the top like comedy, and then like it's I like how it's trying to drive a plot that just doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. So it's like it's really good. Uh,
all
next
right.
person.
Yeah, so I put Kaguya-sama, Love is War, for my again and again.
Solid.
I
Let's
have
Yeah,
go.
great pick.
I do I do watch scenes from the show over and over again. I also just it's so funny. It really is just like it's like definitely the best rom-com I've seen. Definitely probably the best romance actually. It's just it combines a good romance with a really great comedy. I can't speak English right now, but you get what I'm trying to say.
I think
It's just
I think right when it came out, Vidath and I were really the only ones like watching it every week. I don't know, maybe Lucas,
I
but
was.
Chica
okay.
dance.
But when the Chica dance dropped, I think Vidath and I watched that maybe 100 times in a row.
That was nuts.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
We
nuts.
legit were. I
I
think
set
we've
it
gone
as my
on
back.
daily. To
I set it as
Every
my
time,
background for Wallpaper Engine, and I just watched it for
yeah,
so long.
yeah, that's literally every single time Vidath and I would be on. So like we would get on and then join a call or whatever together, and then one of us would play the Chica dance. Like
Yeah.
it was
Chica
yeah. Oh,
dance.
we were simping so hard,
Dude, how
so
much
hard.
money went into the? Didn't we read like it was $1,000 just to get like the dress to flow?
Yeah, something like that was wild. So
It was
much of the
nuts.
budget went into that ending.
It was insane.
Yeah,
Rightfully so.
that's Kage-sama.
I'm gonna look it up. I want to see these numbers.
Yeah. Okay. While Brandon
All
does
right.
that, Lucas.
Okay, the show I can watch again and again. We've talked about it, I believe, and it's High Q. And whether it's
Yeah.
just like the matches or some of the training arcs and everything like that,
Mhm.
I have no problem just like sitting down, watching a match here and there. I read the manga, and like when I read the manga, I'm like, you know what? Might as well start from the beginning because like I kind of want to watch it or read it again. So
Yeah.
overall, I know I even have one of the I have a scene from the show saved on my phone because I liked it so much.
Yeah,
So
I
overall,
feel
I
that.
can
Dude,
I
speak
just
to how well known Haikyuu is because I'm watching with my mom right now. We're about
Oh,
42
mad
episodes
respect.
in. My mom absolutely loves the show. And this is the first anime. She watched a little bit of AOT and did not like that because people being eaten. But she just loves Haikyuu. It's like actually one of she loves
I feel
Hinata.
that.
Yeah.
man converted
So
his mom into a.
it's very impressive. And then on top of that, I know we mentioned it with Black Clover. The openings are amazing. I love every single one of them, and I
Yep.
can listen to them on repeat. So
Yep.
that's always
And you
always
haven't
a
even
plus.
watched the show.
Yeah, wait, Lucas does not watch Black Clover.
That's how good Black Clover openings
I was so
are.
confused about that.
For rewatchable, I put Anohana because I've seen like
Would you want to kill yourself? Why?
Hide and seek.
I've seen the
No.
last episode at least like 6 or 7 times, and I've watched the whole show 4 times or something like that. It's just something about it.
Jeez.
I found you.
No, I've only seen it like I'll have
Oh.
a different friend watch it. I'll be like, okay, watch the show, it's good, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm watching with you because like there's something about the show. I don't know. Like I just like watching it. All my other shows like I have a reason like why I like it or how I like it. I don't have it for this. It's
Can I
just
say
like I
two
watch
words
it.
that like probably are a big spoiler, but nobody will get them if they haven't watched it? Jintan's
Sure.
note.
No.
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 That's all I need to say. Okay.
Wait, I've seen it 4 times. Why am I confused? Wait.
Brandon, no.
No.
All right, who's next?
I can go. So I haven't really rewatched many of the shows, but one of the shows I like completely rewatched was Attack on Titan.
Oh,
Oh,
Just
yeah,
because
good choice.
I didn't know that.
Same.
it
Same.
was right before season 3, either part 2 or part 1 came out, and I just wanted to just freshen up on the story. So I just sat down to watch it, and I wasn't
Freshen up.
I wasn't bored the entire time. I finished it in probably 2 days.
Yeah, I
And
feel
it's
that.
just I think I could keep watching it over and over.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
Gigak on
one friend
YouTube.
just watched it and he can't stop talking about it.
Yeah, same with my
It's
friend.
such a It's such a complex.
I think I told you
story
there's this.
inside.
My friend at college texted me the other day. He goes, "Yo, do you know Attack on Titan?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I just binge watched the entire series in the last 2 days." I'm like, "Yeah, I feel that."
Mhm.
Understandable.
And Giguk on YouTube, I just want to shout this out. He did an amazing video like talking about it, and he does a better job than like I would like talking about why I like it. Like, just a quick
Dude,
shout out.
imagine shouting out Gigook.
I'm shouting out his video.
One day he'll shout us out.
It
Don't
was a
worry.
great video. I just really liked it.
What do you mean?
Gigook, please
To get
sponsor us.
shout outed by the
Yo,
Angelo
Angelo
podcast?
exactly.
All right, is that everybody for this category?
I believe so.
I believe so,
I-
yeah.
All right, so
believe.
next is anime that made me fall in love with anime. I'd love to start with this one.
Okay, keep
Because
Go
going.
ahead.
wait,
an
'cause
amazing show. Everyone should watch Seven Deadly Sins. Oh my god. I
Plunder is better.
can't speak enough to how amazing Seven Deadly Sins. It's just the heart and soul they poured into the show, especially season 3. You can just if you look past the animation, you underlying there's just this masterpiece of a show that just
Mhm.
the main characters, the side characters, the openings. I don't even think I listened to the opening once, but I just know it's good because it's
I would like to say that season 1 and season 2 are top tier. Season 3 just
Mhm.
ruined my view of the show.
Season 3.
Bro,
That
It
is
just
true.
absolutely tanked.
it was a PowerPoint presentation. I swear.
But I'm completely with Will on season 1 and season 2 though.
season 1
and
was
yeah, it was the first
trash.
anime that I actually watched and really just like I was so into it, and
Oh.
especially just Escanor, any Escanor ever
Okay,
is
guys.
just nuts.
Fun fact about this: when season 3 was coming out, technically season 3, whatever, like the good season.
Season
two.
2.
That's season 3 because there's the dumbass season 2. or
That's
whatever.
on Netflix.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whenever I
Yeah, that was 4 episodes. It was like an OVA.
you know, whenever I talk to someone, they're always confused about that. No, when I was watching the good season, I was watching it in Florida during the summer because Will's sister had like a dance thing down there. So like I was watching it with Will, but like Will wasn't watching. Like I was like we had bunk
I
beds or
had to
whatever.
start watching anime.
And I remember Will called me a fucking faggot because I was
Oh my
and now that's
God.
Will no.
Brandon,
I
Exposed.
always thought that was just so funny.
And demonetized.
demonetization.
No.
You want
Rip
me to
all
say
the money.
not all the pennies we were gonna get.
All right.
I can go to or so on can, yeah. We'll just go down that
Alright.
road.
So mine was Naruto. It's one of the first animes I've
Yeah,
ever
mine
watched.
too. Mine too.
And I'm not including Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, and because
Pokemon.
that's just regular cartoon. But I remember like I was pretty young and I'd just stay up for Adult Swim every night on Cartoon Network just to watch an episode of Naruto. And I continued with it for 10 years, and then after that I started exploring into other animes. And
Yeah, I'll jump in and say that Naruto is also
I'm a
mine
weeb.
for pretty much the same reasons as Song. I didn't start watching it early as he did. I started watching it junior high school, and like over this 700. Well, okay, I didn't actually watch all 700 episodes because I didn't watch the filler. After I found out that there was filler, but for the episodes that I did watch, I just could not stop watching it. Like it was probably just because I was new weeb vibes. Like, he just can grind anything, but that just made me like that was just it's like a gateway drug basically.
Yeah, to talk about Naruto, I watched Naruto in like 7th grade, so like 5 years ago, and like I watched it when I was on
High schooler.
Netflix. So like I didn't even like know I was like watching anything, and then like 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was, someone's like, "Oh, bro, you gotta watch Shippuden." Then I'm like, "Huh? What's Shippuden?"
Oh my.
Oh no.
So then this is no, shut up. This was my re-indoctrination because like I watched a little in middle school, but before Naruto, a little known 24 episode show, Steins Gate. Grinded one day, gone. Best show
That's 8
ever.
hours.
Dude, I know. I literally sat down and finished it, and I'm like, why would I watch Naruto when I can watch this? And I finished it. I'm like, this blew my mind. So like, it changed everything because like I'm like, oh, this is what like a show should be.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why. Yeah.
I
It was so funny because I was gonna watch Shippuden. I'm like, let me watch Shippuden. I'm like, there's this one show I want to watch. Let me watch that real quick first.
I also like to point out just like a little side thing. I was like maybe halfway into Shippuden, and my little brother told me, Zach, there's this cool show called Naruto. You should watch it. And I was like, Luke, I'm like halfway through Shippuden. He's like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm like, how far are you? He's like, oh, I just finished all of Naruto. I was like, when you start watching? He's like, oh, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago, I think. It's like, okay. It's like,
Oh, I
Luke.
watched the original Naruto in a week and a half. I just without filler, but
Yeah.
I cranked out OG Naruto.
that's insane.
Okay.
Impressive.
My
Well,
turn.
Oh, Tradaf, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Anime that made me change my life. I mean, not change my life. Made me fall in animes. I had a weird awakening story for anime. Like I don't count like Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh when I was growing up. But I remember like in elementary school, about Naruto to me, and I was like, oh, he was like, oh, watch the show, and I was like, oh, what's it on? He's like, I was like, who's the main character? He's like, it's technically a guy and a girl, and I just did not watch it because of that. So I don't know why Sohan said that, and
Wait,
then
what show? I didn't hear.
Naruto.
Oh.
But that's not my show. Actually.
Oh, I was like, wait.
Yeah. So
I thought you were talking
so
about
then
Ranma one half.
That's what I thought. I'm like,
Ranma?
wait.
No, okay. So in freshman year, I just watched Tokyo Ghoul Assassination Classroom and Mirai Nikki.
Let's go.
Those are my three first anime, and I love Mirai Nikki is so bad. Okay, I still
Bro, I love that show. It's so
yeah, I
good.
loved it, but it's bad. It's a bad show, but
Really?
No, it's not bad.
I don't
It's
think it's
good.
bad. I thought it was good.
no, okay, but like those are the three anime that made me anime, especially Tokyo Ghoul, starting and Assassination Classroom just made me like get hooked on it, and then I listened to Sohan,
Tokyo Ghoul season 1 is so good.
and then I watched Naruto and Fairy Tail.
Interesting.
Impressive.
Alright.
Well,
Who's
my
next?
first anime was Naruto, but at that time I was a denier. I said I watched 700 episodes of a show, but I'm not a weeb. And then one of my
Yeah, I
friends
feel
in the wrestling team, he came up to me and was like, Lucas, you watch Naruto, right? I'm like, yeah. I knew the hand, so I was an expert at the time. He's like, then check out this show, Gurren Lagann.
Oh,
And
Oh,
at
hell
that
yeah,
point,
hell
I
yeah.
had no idea what it was about. None at all. And I watched it, and I think I finished it in like 2 days. And
Wait,
at that
Lucas.
point, I'm like,
Lucas,
only
before
good
you
part of
started
Gurren
it, did
Lagann
you
is
know that it was trash?
oh,
Okay.
see,
All
I knew it
right.
was great. And then I finished it, and I knew
Come
it was
on.
great.
It was
So,
great the whole time.
No,
The only good part of Gurren Lagann is Yoko.
there is
No,
no good
no,
part of
you're
Gurren
wrong.
Lagann.
Lucas, I remember you
So
coming.
what?
I remember you coming into math one day, and I think I asked you like what your favorite show was. You're like, "Well, I just finished the show called Gurren Lagann. I think it's my favorite." I was like,
Oh,
"Really?"
it was
I
nuts.
was like, over instead of Naruto, and you're like, "Yeah." I was like, "How many seasons? Is it? Like just one?" I was like, "Just one." They finished the whole series because my only view of
Not
anime was
720
Naruto.
episodes?
Because my only
Yeah.
view of anime was Naruto, which was like 700 episodes or whatever. So that was life
That was
changing
back
for
in the
me.
day, like when you watch your first long show and you think since it's long, it's like automatically good.
Alright.
So I went from before watching the show being like, I'm not a weeb, and I watched it, and like the next day in practice, I walked to him like, yo, you got any more show recommendations you can hit me up with? Because I'm kind of done with the one you gave me.
That's hype.
So
wait,
it was very good.
Brandon, would you say Mirai Nikki is better than Gurren Lagann?
Oh yeah.
I hate him. Okay, next category. So,
I'd say I don't know.
Okay.
They're equal.
Okay, before we move on, I want to defend myself. Fuck y'all.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
oh my god.
No. You guys always say this dumbass shit like you just have to turn off your brain and then you let Gurren Lagann. It's like it's supposed
No,
to be
that's
fun.
I don't
Mirai
think
Nikki.
anyone ever said
That's
that.
Mirai
Just the fuck up, I'm talking.
No one
I'm talking.
ever said that.
No one's ever said that about Gurren Lagann.
Everyone
Thank you,
says,
Will.
what do you mean? What is?
No
Where
one
is the
said
story?
That. No one said that. What do you, dude? I've explained this to you.
Okay,
We're moving on.
we're done here,
moving
yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
This is what people are here for. This is what people are here for. Fuck you all. Gurren Lagann is not a good show. I hate
Alright.
you all. It is not
Someone
good.
escort him out. Someone escort him out.
Dare I
I'll
say,
kick him real quick.
do you think it's worse than Goblin Slayer?
No, I'm not an idiot.
Alright. I just want to get my my change my life out of the way because it's Naruto and Shippuden. Like you all said. Seven Deadly Sins
I feel
made me
that.
fall in love, and then Naruto and Shippuden changed my life because it was just like I don't know. It's crazy
feel
how
that.
good it
I
was
feel that.
when I first started watching.
I
Oh,
I
shit,
gotta agree with.
I fucked
I
up my
gotta agree
list
with Luke.
also. So changed my life was supposed to be Steins Gate for me because it's
Oh
Steins
no.
Gate, and it changed my life because it's so good.
You can
The
make us
one
all
that
say Steins
the one
Gate.
that made me fall in love with anime, I put a little asterisk next to it because there was a moment in time, like for like 2 months, where I didn't watch anything, but like I still talked with everyone. So like I thought that I stopped watching anime, and then boom, Baki.
Oh my Baki. I
Dude, I don't know.
forgot.
I don't know what it was. Like I literally couldn't watch anime for 2 months. I was just like, nah, that shit's not me
Yeah,
anymore.
that happened to me like
And then,
last semester, I think.
and then I watched Baki, bro, and I finished it in like a week. It's not that fast, but like at the time, me not watching anything to watching like a few episodes a day was a lot. So I'm like, Baki, bro, it's so good. It made me re-fall in love with anime, and it. So yeah, Steins Gate changed my life. Not yeah, Okay, sorry, I'm
Okay.
dumb.
All good.
It's okay, we know.
Shut up. None of you have seen Baki.
All right,
The-
change
I
my
gotta.
life. Change my life. All right, first movie entry in the list. It was Silent Voice.
Oh yes.
I don't know. I went into this movie with not a lot of expectations. I really don't think I'd seen. I think the only anime movie I'd seen before was Spirited Away, which
Wait,
was
Zach,
like
when did you watch it?
Wait, this was convention.
yeah at the convention.
Dude, this is the first time I saw the movie also. We were
Yeah,
the two
yeah,
only ones.
yeah.
Oh,
It
Darius
was
was
me and you.
asleep.
Okay,
Darius was
hey,
slumped multiple times.
basically, I'd only seen Spirited Away, and Spirited Away was really good, but I didn't really like the story that much. Like it was okay, but
what is Spirit
I might
Away?
get some hate for that. Oh, good bit. I forgot about that. But it's just Silent Voice, like just the way they tell the story is just so good. Like the whole plot of it is so good. Like you want to hate certain characters, but you just can't. Um, I don't want to. It's kind of spoilers just to talk about certain things, but like the one event that happens, like I just could not speak.
Oh my god.
I
Dude,
remember not
okay,
being
so
able to speak right then.
Zach, I literally told someone to watch The Silent Voice a few days ago, and like an hour and a half after I told them to, they literally texted me. They go, "Fuck this." I'm like, "Was it
Yeah,
the scene?" He's like,
yeah.
"It's the scene."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I it like changed me so much. I remember getting back from the convention where my mom's like, my mom was asking me like, "What do you finish the anime?" Something like that. So basically, what
You're like,
she wanted to watch. That's just a good idea. So I told her to watch The Silent Voice, and she loved it. She said, which I was like, let's go. but anyways,
We've
yeah. Like I don't know how. I don't think I described really how it changed my life, but like I don't know. It just gave me a different view on certain
okay, so
things.
Zach, you said that you made your mom watch. I'll one up you on this one. Me, Will, and our other friend all got our moms together for a movie night, and we all watched it together. And that one scene, Zach, that one scene, it happened, and all three moms were lined up, and literally in unison, they all go, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
I feel
there,
that. It was just
We're
insane.
talking about the scene. Darius was big schlump, and I woke him
Ooh,
up.
woke him up, yeah.
We woke him up just for the scene. He didn't see anything before that. He just woke up for the scene. He's like, "Bro, what's going on?" And he fell back asleep. And he woke up in
oh
the
my.
ending. He's like, "What?" It was
Yeah.
great. Well, who hasn't gone for Change My Life?
I'll
I
go.
guess
I'll go.
Oh,
Oh, rock paper scissors
Well,
go.
no,
Ooh.
Well,
no,
guess
mine is
I'm
short.
going.
Lucas isn't very good at rock paper,
Oh,
Ooh.
okay, someone big one.
especially if you have to make hand signs.
Oh.
that's
Oh,
real
the
interesting.
Inside
Oh,
jokes.
the
Inside
internet.
jokes.
All right. Mine is short. I'm with Will on the Naruto without your breathing.
I'm not. I wasn't. I was
Stop
actually
breathing.
holding.
All right. I just agree with Will. Naruto. Naruto is what got me to start watching anime.
Yeah, feel that.
Hype.
So for mine, I didn't know this is a series in general changed my life until I downloaded the game based off it, and
Yes,
I
let's
spent
go.
6 hours.
Let's go.
I spent 6 hours straight playing it, trying to get a item to ascend my servant, and I didn't actually end up getting it, so it's pointless. But it's the Fate series,
But it was the
and
journey. It was the journey that.
it's all about the journey. And going from the first show, Unlimited Blade Works, I watched it on a whim because I was bored and it had good animation. And then I proceeded to pretty much watch all the other shows in it, which is a lot. And then start playing the game, which has been a massive time sink. But I don't care.
As a
It's
guy that
changed
has
it. And
recently started watching that show as well, I can fully agree with Lucas on this one. It's actually insane. And if you want to watch an UFO table anime that actually deserves the hype, unlike Demon Slayer,
yes,
it's Unlimited
let's
Blade
go.
Works. It's Fate
Ooh.
Unlimited Blade Works. 100%. Animation's just as
Berserker.
good, if not better. And the stories.
All right.
Berserk.
My so I have two shows. I'll go through them pretty quick. I said Clannad After Story, and I said JoJo's.
Let's
Um,
go. Let's go.
So yeah, Clannad. I just like first season. I thought it was fine. It was like a normal romance. It was a little bit like unique aspects here and there, but it wasn't like any
Had some
crazy.
sadness too.
Yeah, but then season was insane.
But I think we can
It was,
do a whole podcast just on After Story.
I really can't do a whole podcast. It legit like teaches you about like adulthood kind of and
Just life,
like
yeah.
yeah, just life. Legit just teaches you about life.
Dude,
But
I'm
then
7 episodes into the OG Clanad. The best character is the guy with the blonde hair because he just likes to
Sunohara. Sunohara is
he just likes
insane.
he just
Dude,
punches women.
I'm telling you, Will, Sunohara and Okazaki carry
terrible.
that show. Carry that
Okazaki
show.
is
Well, I mean,
one of
that's
the
what
best
happens when you're a
MCs.
main character.
And you said JoJo's
Wait,
too?
I said JoJo's. I don't know why. Like it just like it, I don't know why it had like such an impact on me for some reason. Even though it's like a goofy show, right?
Are you
Like
talking
but
about
like
part 7?
I may or may not be, but like when I hit part 6, I'm like the show is starting to like focus like on other aspects of the show in a sense.
I think I said this before. I think it's cool to see Araki's growth as like a writer as he progresses through the
Right,
different parts.
Mm-hmm.
right.
I
Araki
think
is
that's a
growing.
cool. I think it's a really cool aspect of it. Like you can like literally like see how much he develops, like how much more he matures.
Right. Like if you guys have not like read JoJo, like please read it. Part 7 in my like it's a straight 10 out of 10. It's like a
No.
masterpiece in my eyes. Thanks, Sohan. As you guys don't know, Sohan is illiterate and he can't read, so that's why he doesn't read
I
manga.
mean, you're at prison school, but
But I don't think
Sud-
you need to read.
suddenly
Again, he's
can't now.
illiterate and can't read.
He doesn't need to read for prison school. But yeah, like part 7 is insane. I don't know. I don't know how half the shit out of his ass. It's insane. I don't know where he gets these ideas. It's so good. Okay,
I feel like this has
that
just
was.
become anime you love part 2. but
I
like,
know, but like
but
it really changed. Like part 7 really like changed something in me for some reason. I
no, yeah,
don't know.
that's how I
You
feel
guys,
for Silent Voice.
It
you
turned
guys
him
all,
gay.
you all just
It
pick
did.
like the best animes for these. Like I like picking like the shitty ones and roasting them.
Oh, oh
Isn't
my
that
bad.
I
the
never
Okay,
isn't the
roast
point
fate.
to pick the one that fits the
Yeah,
category the
we're not
best?
all as special as you, Brandon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for surprise. Wait, we're doing
All right.
surprise,
Anyway,
right?
no, now we're
no,
on
no.
surprise me.
Now we're on.
Yeah,
You're
Well,
so
I'll take this
stupid.
away.
I
Wait,
Why
is
would I choose Planet? Okay, fine.
I don't
Actually,
know.
would fit. It would have
Surprised.
fit.
Okay, so for surprised, I picked Your Lie in April. Hear me out.
Oh
It
no.
surprised me from
because
how
it's bad.
fucking bad it was.
I'm
The
not gonna lie.
show, everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's that show! Like you're gonna cry." I fucking watched it,
I'm
bro.
crying.
The tears went like back in my head. That's how bad it was. Like I
So
did
you
not
admit
like.
that it brought you to tears.
Oh boy, it brought back his
It
tears.
brought tears somewhere in your body.
Yeah.
He
I
pissed.
I genuinely like that was just the kind of show that like I couldn't like I watched it all just because I was a simp and a girl told me to. But like
No,
if I could
Simp.
if I could
Simp.
take it all back, I don't I
Simp.
would.
Simp.
iDubbbz do be simping though.
Okay, Lucas, I know you were hyped to talk about this one, so
I mean, this was a shocker. I just watched this show. It's
Oh
Oren Host Club.
yes,
It's
yes.
a
Ooh.
little
Round
bit
of
interesting.
applause.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was just a completely gay show. Turns out the main character is actually so technically not.
It's
And
reversed.
once I
Yeah.
found that out, I immediately started watching it. But it was very surprising. It was funny.
But
It's
isn't
gay,
it,
but
isn't
it's
the thing
okay.
about the show that they all think she's a guy? So the fact that they flirt with her is like gay in itself.
No, that's
Yeah.
just the first episode. I mean, everyone else does, but the people in the club don't.
Wait,
Oh,
So
okay.
like a little
So,
disappointing, but
Even
still,
if,
no.
even if
It
that
really
was the
actually
thing about the
surprised
show,
me.
mad respect, anyways.
It really surprised me because they went pretty deep in some of the character arcs and talked about them, and I wasn't expecting it. I thought it'd just be a comedy, and overall, I recommend it to everyone just purely based off the fact that they were probably like me and just didn't want to watch it because it seemed very fruity. So,
actually, this is just me wondering, Lucas. Who's your favorite character? Because I really like that show also.
oh, okay, now I gotta think.
It's a great show. It's actually a great show. It's
Honestly,
amazing.
my favorite character was the little Shota kid. I love him.
Hey,
I
honestly,
hated that kid. I hated that kid with a. He was.
I loved him. He was so funny. He just fucked up everyone.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't terrible. I wouldn't say I didn't actually hate him with a passion, but still, I don't know. I didn't like I got what they were going for with him, but I didn't really like it. My favorite character was Tamaki, and he's like the main boy in the show. He was just extremely funny. He reminded me of Bakuto, idiot. So that helped.
I have.
Hey.
So this is one that I think probably surprised literally everyone that watched it, and it's Haikyuu because you go
Yeah.
into it and you're like, it's volleyball. It can't be that good of a show.
It's men's volleyball. Let's
Yep.
clarify.
Yep.
Even
And then you
Yep.
watch it, and then you realize that it is literally such an amazing show with
Preach.
amazing characters, amazing development, amazing openings. We talk about Black Cloverleaf, but Haikyuu openings too are so good.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
there's not one thing I can really complain about because even in season 4 we get a bath scene, so we got the fan service.
hmm
I don't think I've gotten like as many chills from a show than Haikyuu, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like
The-
I
how
think
many
I'd actually have
chills
to
I
agree.
get.
I'd have to agree with you on that. I've
There,
got
there's
every.
like there's like an unspoken rule about anime, like the chill factor. Like with that scene that's so good, like you're just like, oh, and like you get goosebumps. Haikyuu sells at that.
Legit last
Yeah, it's called
episode I got
hype.
one.
Those of you that watched the episode today when he closes his fist,
When he
Oh,
closes
yeah,
his fist,
yeah,
I was like,
yeah. You like
Chill, I haven't
spoiling?
seen it yet.
You like spoiling?
it's not
no,
spoilers.
shut up. You won't get it.
Yeah,
that was
you don't
Okay,
But
get
now I'll be
now I have to wait.
expecting the scene where he closes his
Where he
fist.
You
closes
don't,
his
And
fist.
it won't
Lucas.
be
That
as
was
good.
no. I was close to coming.
I was waiting for that for a while.
Oh, you were close. I did.
No, when he spiked.
Zach,
No.
please learn to edit, please.
That's when I read it in the
No, I think it's better this way.
It's gonna be so much better when it ends up and they actually have like sound in the background and it just goes completely silent. So,
Okay, my turn. Anime that surprised me. I said Ishizoku reviewers, and I also said
Quality.
Plunderer, and I said Plunderer.
Okay. If you talk about Plunderer, don't say the thing, because that is.
I will not. I will not say the thing.
I'll say the
so
thing because I hate that show.
Oh, don't you dare!
Ishizoku
Don't you dare!
reviewers. Okay, let me start with Ishizoku reviewers. Ishizoku reviewers. I went in as a bit. It was the same with Domestic Girlfriend, but I think I have
Definitely
a
a
more
bit. Definitely a bit.
higher attachment to Ishizoku reviewers. I went in as a bit, saying like because it was on like my anime was going up to number one, and everyone was like, oh, amazing. But it looked just like a normal ass like ecchi. So I get into it. This show is so fun. It managed to keep like being consistently funny, except for that one weird egg laying episode. Talk about,
that was kind of weird.
but all the other episodes were very good in my
Yeah,
opinion.
that was the only bit I think that really fell for me. Like the only
Yeah.
part I could actually say like I didn't like that. That was literally it. And it was funny because like they didn't even like that in the show.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Plunderer. Okay. If you get past like the first 5 episodes were absolutely
Trash.
horrible.
Garbage.
No.
Like-
The first episode wasn't bad. The first two weren't bad because like it kind of introduced the story and stuff. It was the third one that just absolutely turned me off from it so hard that I stopped watching.
Horrible. Plunderer is like legit. I think like till episode 6 is horrible. Okay. When episode 7 hits,
No, episode 7 is also bad. It's episode 8.
okay, episode 8 hits. It's
And also, let me
insane.
remind you, it's the end of episode 8, so the beginning's also bad.
But whatever. They managed to save this shitty series somehow. Okay.
Like it's
tur-
literally it's.
It's nuts.
I'm gonna hijack it from you, Vidal, because I'm scared.
No,
you're
wait,
gonna-
wait. Let me
you're gonna
finish. Let me
spoil it.
let me finish a bit. Let me finish my. Okay, I was like, before when we first started Plunder, like we saw the summary, we were like, yo, fake 7 deadly sins. Now Sohan, Brandon, and I say it's 7 deadly sins is fake Plunderer.
Yeah.
Because it looks
Yeah,
like
we've
it's
been
getting
saying
better.
that.
We've been saying that. Okay, Brandon, you can take it away from me.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't listen to anything he said, so I don't know if we're gonna repeat. So I'm just not
Oh
gonna talk.
no. Okay.
I will
just said-
say, I know you guys are hounding me to start watching it again. I think I actually don't think the problem is that I hate the show. I think it's that I'm just so disinterested in it that like it will never pop up the top of my list again, and I just will never come back to watching it purely because of that third episode.
I'm sorry if I'm restating what Vidal said, but it's basically like they were telling me, they told me a spoiler, so I was interested. So like it was different for me. But like going in, you just gotta stay strong. Like out of
Mm.
nowhere, like the story, like it even when the story is told, I'm like, wait, what is happening? Because that is how crazy it is. Like you can literally ask Vidal, because I was watching with him, I didn't know what was going on. And I was spoiled, so I should have known what was going on. That's how crazy it was.
I also
You
wanna
just don't. You just don't know what's happening.
Dude, I was
But
I
it's
was
so
just
good.
rewatched it.
Okay.
I-
I'm gonna spoil it, but it's such a
No.
small spoiler that
No,
you
no,
won't-
no, no.
No,
Don't.
no, no, no. We're good.
No.
It's a reverse isekai.
No.
No.
Edit that out if you don't want it, but it's there
Wait,
now.
he doesn't know
It's
how to
there.
edit.
Well, I mean, I guess it's there now.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
reverse
Next up.
isekais.
All right, who's next for this part? This
I'll
one.
go. Well, so my anime that I picked was Nanbaka. This was
Oh, I forgot about Namba.
this is an anime I picked in my prison phase where I just watched Prison School and then I watched Rainbow and then
The
I
prison
decided
phase.
to watch Nanbaka.
So how
I
they
had no
have
clue what
prison
this was.
phase.
I
I
did.
really did.
Dude, someone should be in prison. That's all
I
I'm
would
saying.
search up anime like Prison School.
Is that when you read part 6 also?
Oh,
Shut up.
no.
But yeah, this anime didn't really expect much, but it was just really funny and had a good storyline.
Fair enough.
I was
And then I
gonna.
made Vidal watch it.
It
How
was great.
how highly would you recommend it? Because like I'm genuinely thinking about watching it.
Pretty
I
high.
think it's pretty high. It's like a must watch.
It's one of the most interesting shows I've watched. Like the concept is
Nice.
also it's
Pretty-
a comedy.
The
and it's
concept is
comedy.
what? He just cut out completely.
Interesting.
I'm watching that next now.
Look at that.
Alright.
You converted. Okay, wait, I think I'm the last one. This is surprise, right? We're still on that.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I wanted to say much about it because Lucas already talked about it, but it was Assassination Classroom for me. I was expecting like to go in and like I'd heard like what the show was about and stuff, and I think I'd seen like parts from the first episode or whatever, and so I wasn't like super interested. But I know that like people were talking pretty highly about it, so I just kind of threw it on. And it's two seasons, it's 24 episodes each, and I think I watched it in like maybe 3 days because like after the first few, you just start to like the characters so much, like the whole classroom environment, like their struggle from like the bottom to the top was like I don't know. It just made me love the show like so much that I just finished it all in like 3 days. Like, and then like Koro Sensei as a character is just insane. Like, probably top 10 anime character in my opinion. And it's just it just hit me out of nowhere. Like, and like the openings are amazing too. So that's another thing. I think actually the first thing I knew about the show was the openings. But I don't know. It surprised me just how good it was, and like it doesn't surprise me to say it's like on the
Isn't
top
one
of
of the
Lucas's
openings
list.
for Bye Bye Yesterday?
Yeah,
That's
that's the
Yeah,
last
I
one.
like that.
Absolute
I've
bop.
listened to that before. I love that one.
And
I might
the first two like they seem kind of goofy and funny when you listen to them, but like now that I listen to them like after watching the show, I think they're unironically like really good.
They are. It's surprising, especially the dance they do in the first
Oh
one.
yeah, dude! Every time I hear like the chorus, I always do
The
it.
on one arm he goes up.
Yep.
All right. Are we
Okay.
all ready for guilty pleasure?
No, I am not ready.
Ooh, I'm
actually
ready. I'm ready.
Let Vidath go
Uh,
first. I'd like to hear Vidath.
not. Okay,
So
so
someone I don't know yours, but I'm assuming I know yours. I want to go with you.
Oh, you definitely know what mine is.
Okay, I'm going with you to someone.
okay, so I've watched
Yeah.
a lot of anime in my time. And
Oh, we know.
a lot of bad ones. Okay, and then sometimes a bad one sometimes appeals to you, which it shouldn't appeal to you. Okay.
But not this is too much hype. It better be good.
There's no hype. This is just normal. Okay, my
Yeah.
show that's a guilty pleasure is Monster Musume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you briefly just give me a brief synopsis? Because you guys talked
I-
about it before. I just never looked it up.
I just want Lord to forgive me for having this as a guilty pleasure. It's okay. Synopsis: Man lives in house. It's some government rule to like I don't know what happened, but now he has a house like this like a half human, half snake girl.
You lost everyone already.
No, it's very good. I watched the first 5 episodes.
It's like half girl, half snake. Okay, like the world has like semi humans, right? So they have like half a spider, half a human, like that kind of thing. So like there's like that's the first girl who comes into his life, and then there's more. He starts to house more animal girls, and then yeah,
So it's a harem.
it is
Okay, I literally just looked it up.
harem.
It's an alternate reality where there's just monster girls.
Reality.
Yeah, reality check.
You check
Africa
taking care
check.
of monster girls. That's what it looks like.
Well, yes, there are. Yes, that's not, I wouldn't say monster, but they're like yeah, sure.
It's called Monster. Everyday. The title of the show is Everyday Life with Monster Girls.
Bro, every day we stray farther from God. That's
All right,
insane.
who's up next?
Yeah. I can go if.
Go for
So
it, Will.
basically, this I watched a while ago, and I literally couldn't find a good version of this show somehow because I was still kind of new to watching anime. So I watched it at 140p, but it's High School of the Dead.
Let's go.
There's literally,
140p.
These are all great shows.
yeah, you know this. You know the scene I'm talking
Were the
about.
blue
Oh.
physics like 2 pixels?
No, because I looked that scene up
140
afterwards.
pixels.
I looked that scene up afterwards so I could see the full
Well,
glory.
Dude, the
I didn't
blue
even know
physics
you
is
saw that.
insane.
That show is nuts.
Yeah,
The
this show
blue-
is so good, and I just that's why it's my guilty pleasure because it's like it's so just the physics they just spent like at least half the budget had to go into that one scene.
Bro, the physics don't make sense. That's the first thing. Momentum don't work like that. That's all.
Fair
Your
enough.
body ain't gonna go in 2 different ways of momentum.
It's such a good show.
All right, I'm just gonna throw mine in there. It's not very long. My guilty pleasure was Ishizoku Reviewers. I felt like every time I watched that show, I had to like crawl into a corner of my room and put a blanket over myself so nobody who came in and saw me watching that. Like, there is
Rock
titty
hard.
every single episode, and like a majority of the episode too. Like they'll just throw it
Yeah.
out at you, and you're just not expecting it. And so I just
Okay, something I've never understood. So is it an anime that's ecchi, or is it just a very softcore hentai?
No, it's
Because
ecchi.
depending on that answer, I'm not
It's an
watching.
anime.
You-
Ecchi.
you-
Ecchi
You know
anime.
ecchi.
It's
You know
ecchi.
ecchi is soft.
So
it is
So if it-
extremely ecchi though.
and if it's either of those, I'm not watching because I fucking hate ecchi.
Actually, no.
No,
actually,
no,
I-
you don't
actually,
Brendan, you
I think-
have to.
I think I would say that there are certain scenes that are softcore hentai,
I have not enjoyed a single ecchi show.
but
Oh,
this one is different. This one is
you
actually
haven't watched a
extremely
good
funny.
hit.
I've
Brandon, there was a
Brandon,
reason it
this
was number 2 on my anime list.
This
I've
one
seen-
is just
Brandon,
the boys.
you know Kill la Kill is ecchi, right?
What?
You know Kill la Kill is ecchi, right?
Kill la Kill is an action show with ecchi as a side thing.
Oh, okay.
Not
Well,
like the whole.
okay.
Ishizoku is amazing with
It's an
ecchi.
it's an adventure, Brandon.
Yeah, you should look at adventure comedies. Then
Dare I say action comedy?
Yeah.
And to
There
go
is
on,
action.
my guilty pleasure is Kill la Kill because it's a great show. And
What?
honestly, I couldn't think of any other guilty pleasures because I don't watch.
Yeah, dude. I was
didn't
about to
watch
put
that shit.
insert random harem anime here because I love harem anime, but I don't think I'd ever like want someone to catch me watching a harem anime.
Well, for me, it was between me going with Kill la Kill, which is like a genuine like there's ecchi aspects, or no, fuck it, I'm not going with that. I'm going with my real one. I'm going with JoJo because it's gay and I love it.
Okay,
Being
sure.
gay.
We'll keep going. Go on,
Yeah.
your turn.
Even though I hate the show, and that's why it's my guilty pleasure because like I know I shouldn't be watching it, but when I do watch it, I do like it. Even though
Brandon says he hates JoJo, but it's part of the Yo Angelo podcast.
yeah, I know that's the thing. Like I hate it, even though like I kind of like it. That's the worst part. That's why it's guilty.
Okay,
Fuck y'all.
whose turn?
All right. Wait, I'll go. So, it's a show I watched recently, and it
Oh,
involves
no.
a dude
Oh,
and his 2 sisters,
Oh yeah, I'm
But they're
supposed to
not
go with
his sisters.
Sohan.
and it's like incest but not incest.
They're stepsisters. It's just a step. It's just
See,
step
like-
bro of Pornhub personified.
Amongst
Oh.
fellow weebs, I'd be comfortable talking about it, but to like a random person, I would not be able to explain why I enjoyed this show.
Would you like to tell
Oh,
me what it is?
It's just I don't know. It's just such a dumb problem. And it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Mentally horny watching the show.
Yeah, I wish.
I wish I could flash the picture right now.
Oh,
His comments.
I'll just
Sohan
make
was
a thumbnail.
half the comments were, "I do. Why does he just not fuck his sister already?" I'm like, come on.
Honestly, they're making such a big deal out of it. And they're like
Hey, Sohan,
See, now we're-
have you started the manga?
Oh,
I
the
have not
manga-
read the manga. I've
The
not
manga's like the Monica. Oh my god,
Monica,
Just
Monica.
Monica.
Just Monica.
the manga is unironically really good.
See, now you guys know what I mean by Sohan should have been in prison. Not now. He should be in prison now.
Keep cutting out.
See?
Yes, you.
Sohan should be in prison.
There you go. Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
probably
For what?
for pedophilia.
Anyways, I want to hear Lucas's.
What?
I want to hear
One of
Lucas's.
them was like 25.
What was about the other one?
I didn't care about her.
His age.
Wait, he's Team Hina? Oh my.
No, he's
No,
not.
no, 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 no.
It's
Okay.
I'm team. I'm team both at once.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay,
Who's
Lucas,
next?
go. Lucas, go.
Okay. Apologize for this. I'm gonna plug in my mic just so I get the utmost quality. Okay, you guys good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
So many of you guys expect to know what my guilty pleasure is, but the problem is citrus is pure pleasure. There's no guilty. There's no guilty part about it. So that's why my true guilty pleasure is today's menu for the Amia family. It is a Fate spinoff.
Oh,
and
hell
it's
yeah.
Purely slice of life and purely about them cooking, and there's no death. And you know what? Just something about none of them dying.
I cannot wait to watch that.
It hits me deep. And in terms of, it's not a bad show, so it's not like Monster Musume where it's like I really shouldn't be watching it, but I really shouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I did, and that's why I have it.
It is
as
one of
my guilty
Lucas's
pleasure.
10s on my anime list, in case
It
anyone's
is a
wondering.
10. It's 100% a 10. The
That's
amount of
nuts.
times Saber just eats food and looks like an absolute best girl is insane. So
Sorry, did I hear Ilya out of your mouth?
I heard red.
I mean, Ilya
A side note.
they all do. They all make multiple appearances.
Fair enough. I heard
Side
red
note
there,
for
actually.
OVAs is the Steins Gate OVA, the Valentine's Day one.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Ooh, that's
Rukaku.
With
that-
Rukaku
that
in.
got me going.
The Rukaku got me going more than the Daru in that episode.
Is that everybody
Daru.
for guilty pleasure?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What's next?
Anime,
I should have seen by now. This would be interesting.
So I can start this one after ending the last one. And this one is a combination of the fact that it just came out, the fact that Vedanta loves it, and it's also short, and that's the Vinland Saga. And I honestly have no reason not to watch it at this point other than a bit.
I was
Yeah.
That's your reason to not watch any show, Lucas. Let's be
I was
honest.
Pretty
thinking
much.
about doing that also.
Lucas is like, you like the show? I'm not watching.
Same with
It's
Sohan. It bothers me
We
so
recommend-
much.
So we recommend shows to Sohan. He's like, I'm a rewatch plunderer. I'm like,
What?
It's actually funny, Vedanta, because at one point, I almost started reading the manga for Vinland Saga, because I was
What?
actually interested. And then I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then the anime came out, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
my
That's
God.
awesome. I feel like every show that I've gotten recommended, I think I've watched.
Lucas, by the way, me and Will started Vinland together, and he came over to my house, and by episode 3, I was asleep.
I mean, that's
Oh my.
it's like Vedanta.
Yeah. Well, there was a
So-
special reason.
Wait, no, Lucas, be quiet. Okay, I think I'll go next. I said Legends of the Galactic Heroes.
I knew. No, that was my guess. I'm big.
Well, yeah, because
Well,
what
yeah,
has
because
Vidal
I-
not seen besides that?
Yeah,
Exactly.
dude, I watched too many shows, and like I should have seen this, and also Mushishi. Those are the two shows I should have seen by now.
Aren't
They're
those
like,
the only two in the top like 100 on my anime list that you haven't
I
seen?
want to see Mushishi. Dude.
yes,
That looks so
I
good.
that is correct. Those are the only two shows in the top like 50 or 100 that I have not seen on my anime list.
It's impressive.
Crazy.
I don't know why I have not seen those yet. It makes no sense. Okay, Legend of Galactic Heroes because I'm waiting for you guys to watch it together. But Mushi, I've been having my eyes on it for the last like 2 years.
And I said you
Like,
watched Tana-san Can't Love Anybody.
yeah, that was okay. It was fun. But the fat cat was in it. Okay, next person.
All right, I'll go. I don't know if anybody else has this too, but this is one that I don't know when I'll get to it, but it's Gintama. Like
Oh,
You
I
have
know-
to.
I know you guys say it's so good, and I will start watching it too. But like, just the prospect after watching Hunter x Hunter, like of watching any show over 150 episodes,
Okay,
just
what if it's 112?
turns me off so much.
You are show.
I'm gonna say over 100 episodes, just because I don't want to commit myself to a long show again for a while. Because like, as much as I loved Hunter, it was definitely a grind. And I want to be able to watch other shows at the same time too. I think I have the Lucas disease now, where I can't watch a show over like 24 episodes.
Yeah, it's rough.
But I know it's got all of its seasons in the top 100 of my list for a reason. I do love comedy shows too, and I know that's like one of the bigger draws of Gintama
you're
besides
gonna
like the
love it,
action.
Zach.
I know, and I know that's why
If you
I
watched
should have
it.
seen by now, but like I just don't know when I will ever watch it.
See,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say everyone even though this is extremely like dumb that I'm bringing this up again because I literally shat on it earlier. If you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, I feel like everyone needs to see Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a
Because
classic.
even it hides behind the classic title. Yeah, but like if you haven't seen it, you should probably see it.
It's been the next up my anime or my to watch list for so long now. Stuff just keeps laughing at.
Brandon, what is
What
your
is
actual
mine?
one for this category?
So I have a few. I thought about putting Vinland, but I thought someone else would, so I didn't.
Big brain.
So I have two shows. One is Fate because I know a lot of us.
Hell
have seen
yeah!
Fate,
Watch Fate. Watch
and
Fate.
I want to see it. It's not the time yet. Another one that I actually am gonna put on my list is Monster because I need to see Monster.
Monster was.
that's
I don't
it's
know.
a
I don't
good
know why.
show.
Well, I know why I stopped watching it, but like
Brandon,
it
you
is so
forgot
good.
Musume at the end.
What?
You forgot Musume at the end.
No, like
Nice.
the moment I made a My Anime List account, I looked at the top 100 and I read like every single one summary. Dude, fucking Monster been on my list since the day I got an account on My Anime List, and I've been waiting
It's
to watch it.
amazing.
You tried to get like all of us to watch it too early on in our
Yeah, that was
weeb
my
life cycle.
no, but the problem was I didn't watch it either.
I know. You just wanted everyone to watch the show at the same time, but I was like in the middle of Naruto at that, like regular Naruto at that point. There was no chance I was going to be able to finish Monster, and I still got through 30 episodes.
Only me and Sohan finished it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The ending was insane.
it was.
um,
Johan.
so
Yo,
mine for this
Here.
category is Death Note, and it's just been sitting there since I made my anime list account. Just Death Note, and I want to watch it really badly, and for some reason don't get around to it.
Will, you want to watch with me and my mom?
Sure.
Can I
I'd
watch
love
with you and your mom?
Sorry, Zach.
Can I watch your mom?
can I watch with Gandhi?
Lucas from
Wait,
the clouds.
It's derailing. It's
Yeah,
derailing.
if you guys didn't know, me and my mom are watching Death Note right now.
Yeah, so I want to watch it. I already know a spoiler about it because Lucas told me, so I know.
I don't know what you're talking
Oh.
about. There's a fake spoiler to throw you off the trail. You can call me Elf.
I was spoiled without it actually being said to me, like by everybody before I had gotten to it. Like, oh,
So yeah,
the first half is really good, but after that, something
I know plenty
happens.
I know plenty of people who've watched like 10 animes, and Death Note's one of them. It's just one of the ones that I need to watch eventually.
Well, that's because it's like so mainstream that you
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
like need to see it.
That's what I'm.
Like I'm fucking watching with my mom. And yeah,
the Misa scenes about to go off with your mom.
which
And-
one's the Misa? Because I've already met.
Ray
And I'm
Penberg.
scared. I'm scared she's gonna try to fucking like.
No, not Ray
masturbate or some shit.
Penber.
Oh my
Ray
god.
Penberg.
His
Dude,
wife.
she's fucking weird. She's like the what kind of girl is that? Yandere? No.
No, she's not yandere. She's not
She's
like
just
that
in love
level,
with
but
him.
she's still crazy. But she's still kind of crazy.
I don't know. Like I'm watching with my mom. It's like the first one my mom's ever seen, other than A Silent Voice, and like I'm scared that it's gonna do some like whack ass anime shit. I think I'm like weird as fuck. Very scared.
Okay, who hasn't
Love
gone
do
yet?
be breathing. Alright, I haven't.
I'm sorry, bro. Homeostasis be killing me.
Alright, an anime that I should have seen by now, I would say One Piece. Because I feel like if an anime that I have to eventually watch, and
Just read
the
it.
more I put it off, the more and more I have to end up watching.
Well, just
So
read
I
it.
guess yeah, I would have to read it.
Wait, you said
I don't
you
wanna
said
sit-
that's the one you should have put. What's the other one?
No, it's one I should have watched earlier.
Oh, I think you should have watched Kaguya-sama, but that's just me.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that at least like 3 times every day.
I'm gonna watch it.
okay.
Watch it
Is
before
everyone
April
done?
11th. You have a week.
I'm busy though.
We watched 3 episodes with you.
I'm busy. No, I showed. Yeah, no. Came over to my place and then like I showed him the target.
I'm talking.
Oh my god, bro. Okay,
Yes,
next category.
Brandon.
Next category.
And
No,
wait, actually,
Brandon.
I do want to have one
Sohan.
honorable mention for this.
Sohan, you
Beastars. It's
Beat
just like
stars.
Oh, I'd
Don't say that.
I'm
Don't
no,
say that,
Lucas,
Will.
I'm not gonna.
Guys,
hold
I
back.
That's a
have
great
something-
segue into the next category for me.
I have a genuine thing to say to Sohan.
No, Brandon, shut up.
No,
Yeah,
shut up,
no,
Brandon.
no, I
Yeah,
want to hear
shut up.
Brandon. I want to hear Brandon.
Sohan, I think you should like buy the Steins Gate game because you say
Okay, shut up, Brandon. Okay, next.
Alright,
You
oh
say
my
Yeah,
God.
shut up.
you say it's your favorite show. and
Segueing into great anime to see. I took this as
Okay.
like an underground one, kind of that like you would recommend. So I'm gonna go with one that came out recently. It's this show called Beastars. So I think
It's not
that it
underground.
got a lot of attention because it went on Netflix, and people clicked on that thinking it was Zootopia, and then they got to a certain scene and like, what's going on? So I'm just gonna point out people that don't want to watch it because it's a show about anthropomorphic animals, and I think they'll be a furry because they watch it. That's an
Yeah, just say
invalid
furry.
reason. That's an invalid reason for not wanting to watch it.
It's a very valid
The
reason.
Bro, this
story
is
is insane, like the plot and stuff. And I get
I
like
wouldn't. I
I get
wouldn't
like
say.
you would,
I think that it's good because the
character relationship is
yeah.
no, because like they don't abuse the fact they're animals like
No,
Zootopia
like
would.
but like they still know how to incorporate that into the show. Like that's like the main point of the show is
Yeah,
that
like
he can't get
no,
over
like
his predatory instincts. Like
in a
sorry,
good
spoiler.
way.
It's not. It's. I mean, it's in the first episode. He does this smelling thing, and he smells like her scent, and it goes in like into his skull or whatever. Like that's like a
right.
whole aspect of the show. But like the interest
I
from the
wouldn't say
beginning.
well, no. Okay, I agree with you on all of that, but I'm just saying like the thing that for me that made the show cool was like I feel like anytime there's like animals, they always focus too much on it. It's always like I'm this,
No,
so I
yeah,
have to.
yeah. I
But
agree
like
with you.
when
They did a really good
Beastars,
job of keeping it low key.
it's like genuine characters who have to deal with like real
Yeah.
problems that
I
because of
also
their
want to say
animals.
I've never gotten this feeling before, but when I was watching Beastars, I didn't feel like I was watching anime. Like it just felt like
Mhm.
a I don't know how to describe it. Like it just felt like a normal show that just flowed. Like and maybe it's because on Netflix and just auto
Maybe
stars
because
the
it didn't
next
have
episode.
fucking edgy every other fucking
Yeah, that's
episode.
actually true. It didn't feel like
Wait,
it didn't have any like classic anime elements to it. I guess no
There were
tropey
no
stuff,
cliches.
no cliches. Yeah, it was actually really refreshing to be honest. And I grinded it
Yeah.
in 2 days. And also, as a common trend for me, but the opening was such a banger.
opening is a
So
banger.
good.
Dude, I'm telling you, if a show has a good opening, I'm interested.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
What's it called? Kokuoku or whatever it is.
Coco. Oh no, don't not talk about
Don't watch
Coco.
that.
That
Coco.
opening is a banger, but you guys said the show sucks.
What are you
The
saying?
show is so bad. The show is so bad.
Guys, best opening. Hear me out.
He's gonna say
Divine Dude.
paranoia agent.
Paranoia agent.
I knew it.
Oh
Okay,
my.
who's next?
Okay.
All right, I can
Okay.
go.
Okay. Go on, Will.
This is the one movie on my list, and it's Your Name.
Oh, okay.
It was just like a random like Tuesday afternoon, and I was just sitting in my computer with nothing to do, and I'm like, you know what? I've heard a lot of good things about Your Name, and then I watched it, and then it honestly blew me away. Like
It made sense.
it was the one movie that like actually really blew me away when I watched it. Like there are movies that I've liked a lot for other reasons, but Your Name is like it really is just a masterpiece. Just how well it's done, and the animation and the music, the soundtrack for Your Name is so
Ooh.
good.
It's so good. Wait, real quick.
So good.
I think you said this before. Do you like that or Silent Voice better?
I
He doesn't
hate the
like it
Silent
that-
Voice. Silent Voice is trash.
He was silent the entire time you were talking about it. I was trying to make him talk about it, but he was
Yeah.
gonna get his ass roasted if he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Your Name.
I figured you didn't like it, but I thought I remembered you
No.
saying that, but
Yeah, Your Name is it's amazing, and everyone should see it. It's not like I think people could watch it if they were new to anime as well because there's nothing like crazy like.
I
about
think
it. It's just
anybody
really
could
good.
watch it.
People who
The
don't
only weird
like
thing was
anime
like
can watch it.
there was some slight etchy stuff when they switched bodies, but
That was done for like comedy, I'd say.
yeah,
more.
I know. But like people that watch anime
Like, whenever-
and just assume that's what's gonna happen, they're gonna see that big, oh look at that.
Titties.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it does start off with him grabbing her tits. So.
Yeah.
But other than that, great movie. Actually, that made it a better movie. But you know, yeah. Anyway, next person.
A great anime
Bias.
to see.
No, I'm gonna take it before because I feel like Vidath might say it. He probably won't, but mine's Code Geass. Probably my favorite show besides Anohana. But like, it's the type of show that's such a good show that I won't recommend it to someone I don't think will appreciate it. Like I have like a few friends that watch anime. Like I haven't even thought about recommending it.
Now I'm happy that you recommended it to me.
Okay.
Oh, how sweet!
feel-
It's like a love story.
It was so.
That was actually weird as hell. Never talk, Will.
Okay.
It's
I felt so
2:13
awkward.
a.m.
I didn't know what to say when he said that. I was just
It
like,
is
oh.
2:13 a.m. for anyone.
The point I was trying to make a joke about being honored because I feel like shut up.
Okay, shut up, Will.
He no longer feels honored. I'm sorry. Will.
Okay, my turn. A great anime to see. I said Gintama Steins Gate, but you know what? Zach brought up the trend of like bringing out like more unknown stuff. Well, Beastars is well known, but like
That was
still,
me, retard.
okay, Kogi.
Oh
Shut up.
no.
Okay, Okay, instead of Gintamon Steins Gate, which you should guys should watch, I'm saying Usagi Drop. Um,
I recommended
uh,
that one to you, and I haven't even seen it.
yeah, Zach just I was like Zach, find me an anime to watch, and he just scrolled through some the my anime list is like watch Usagi Drop. I'm like okay, I will. That show turned out to be good. Okay, it was such a wholesome show between about like a guy raising like not his daughter, but like raising like one of like his niece like who lost her parents, and then he raised her like as a dad, right? So it was just about that. It's like a wholesome. Don't read the manga, please. Don't read the manga. Do not.
Oh yeah, isn't it? Oh, I think you told me about that, and I don't want to think about
Please,
that.
Oh my god,
please don't read
the manga is a whole 1 point below
the.
the
No,
anime.
it should be at least 10 points.
Yeah, we can talk about the reason why after this, but
Please don't read the
anyways,
manga.
who's next?
Okay.
Do they have sex in the manga?
Wow, good guess. Keep going. Next, it's a type of manga for Sohan.
I think Lucas and Sohan haven't gone yet.
I guess I can go for great anime to see. I took this as like one I'd recommend to someone who hadn't watched anime yet, and it's basically this group's go-to recommendation, which is Promised Neverland,
All right,
Yeah.
Lucas stole mine.
and it's just great.
Lucas stole mine. I'm with Lucas on this one. We have
Lucas,
the
Yeah,
same
Lucas,
one.
I'm trying to get my mom to watch that right now.
no, it's got an amazing hook after the first episode.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
just
That's
gotta
true.
convince him to watch. It
It's not
goes
even
there.
the hook, like the whole first episode.
How do you think we got Mitch?
There was a
We
tough
made him
one.
watch the first episode,
Yeah.
and he loved it.
And yeah, there's no like tropes, so you don't have to be like afraid to recommend it and then like quitting it for some stupid reason.
Can I
It's
say
all
can I
around
say
a
one
good
thing
show.
about it though? Their faces.
Holy, their
The
mouth.
proportions of the faces are
They're a little off for some
and by a little
characters.
I mean
No,
like a
man.
little too.
No
Emma's
man.
eyes are so far apart.
I mean, you kind of get used to it.
They kind of look like the faces in Doctor Stone too. Actually,
A
Mm-hmm.
the
little bit,
girls in
yeah.
Doctor Stone, their eyes are so far apart.
Oh, they're
Isn't that the
hilarious.
Clan Ad ones though?
Oh, and
Mm.
Clay,
Hold on,
you're right. And Angel Beats and
Oh my god,
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
It's so funny because Clannad's bad.
Okay, next person. Next person.
I think we're done. I think because Sohan and Lucas said the same
Yeah,
thing.
Sohan had the same
Yeah,
thing.
I had promised.
Okay, anime you wish you never watched. I
Oh
like
boy.
Can I want to take this one because no one else has
Oh.
seen it, so it's gonna be random.
Mine
Afro
is
Samurai, the movie, so
I've
bad.
seen Afro Samurai.
You've seen the movie?
Yeah,
You've seen the movie?
yeah. The Afro Samurai movie is not that good.
Fucking scarred me, bro.
Why? It's
What the
not
fuck
that
is
bad,
wrong?
but sure.
What the fuck
Okay.
is wrong with this show, dude? It's literally this little fucking little kid just slicing open throats, but like he's not strong enough to kill someone. So the first time he tries to do it, like he only goes halfway through, and the dude literally can't like breathe. Oh my god, it's fucking horrible. I wish I never watched it.
Okay, everyone. Brandon asked me, should I watch Afro Samurai? And I said yes. Watch the series. He's like, no, I'll watch the movie. I'm like, Brandon, the movie's not that good. And then he just did.
The movie's rated higher than the show.
I don't know. I don't know why. I think there's less people who watch the movie than the show. So it's like there's some skewed data, but like still.
Like I'm saying, like I hate it so much. I'm hoping that it does reverse psychology on all you guys because I want you guys all to see it.
It's not bad. I know
The
everyone
movie?
in here is going.
The
No,
movie.
don't. Why are people? Why are
The
you
movie
asking to watch?
fucking scarred me, bro. Okay, I'm done talking about it. Stop. Everyone's so quiet. I don't like it.
No one's
Stop.
seen it
Oh,
besides
no.
you two.
Take your
I'm
time.
just, I'm just alone, fucking thinking about that one scene where like there's just like blood everywhere in
Hey,
tendons.
okay.
And
The
then
only
dude's
thing
just-
that
Okay.
Oh
the-
my
the-
god!
stop, the
No,
only
we're not
thing
talking about- stop! Next person, please. Stop!
Okay,
I'm thinking about putting on happy music.
Sohan.
okay.
Sohan's
Oh
up.
my god!
Sohan doesn't go first ever.
I mean, he's going second, but
Yeah,
I
he's going
digress.
second.
Towards the beginning was what I meant to say, but I thought first would
Someone
go
give me
fast.
a-
I think we had
yeah,
grammar
happy
Nazis
song.
here.
Someone give me a happy song. to
Okay,
play.
Lucas, you're up.
Sorry,
Well, I
no,
would
Doki
love to be.
Doki Literature Club.
Okay.
I would love to be so on. So the show I wish I never watched. At my college, there was an anime. We watched three shows a week, and so we had quite the lineup. We had Dororo, Kaguya-sama, and then Squid Girl. And not only was it Squid Girl, but it was a Squid Girl in the English dub because they make a pun in every sentence.
Oh.
And I just wish I never watched it. It was a complete waste of time. It's always been on my anime list, but none of you guys ever mentioned the fact it was there. So I thought
I've
at some
never
point
seen the show at all.
Yeah, I
at
don't know
some
what
point
this
I
is.
just had to put out there that like I didn't willingly watch it and I was forced to, but I had to get the episode count up, so I put it on the list.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
fair.
was just
Pad the stats, baby.
it was real interesting. There were actually a few
So
good
basically, I'm
episodes.
gonna watch it.
Well, I mean, if you want to get if you do watch
Zach,
it,
I'll
it has to
watch
be the
with you.
English dub. You have
Of
to know the
course,
puns.
of course.
I'm not gonna lie. I started watching the second season because I was curious, and they switched to the dub actors, and I had to stop because I was
Oh,
just I was
that's
invested.
disgusting. Why would you do that?
I know.
Ruining a perfectly good
Yeah.
Squid Girl show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm
Who
just
hasn't
gonna
done-
I'm
I'll
gonna
go
be the one
last
to
this
say
time.
it. Even though it hurt to talk about that show for me, I came out with a good song called Sayonara.
Oh,
Great
It's not
song.
that one. It's just some random Sayonara I found on Spotify, but now I'm vibing.
Okay. So I'm gonna go now. I don't think
bye,
some of
bro.
you're not gonna like my choice,
Nice.
but the anime I wish I never watched is Sword Art.
All right, you can
That'll
leave.
be it.
Oh no, I actually
Okay.
said bye. Will at the right time.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Good talk, Will.
I don't
Thanks
want
for
to
your
hear.
point. Who's next?
Wait,
No,
you know,
No,
I,
Lucas, it's
most-
painful, but let's
I have
hear his
another-
reasoning.
no, I have another.
No.
Okay, you know what? I
There's
can
no
talk
way
about
to be the
something.
most hated. No.
I can talk about something
No.
else. I
Wait,
have
wait,
another-
Will, when?
I'm not falling for that.
Will, when?
You said when too many times.
All right,
Vath.
I'll
If you say
bite.
it
When,
once-
Vidath?
When did I Next
Okay.
person.
Okay. I'm gonna do the reverse of Will and tell you guys why SAO is so good.
Okay, you just lost your talking privileges.
No, he said it was good. Brandon
Yeah.
just said.
No, I know,
I
but
just-
he stuttered, so it's funny.
Oh,
It's so good because the opening is crossing field.
okay. See,
you guys,
I
you guys,
shit on
you guys
SAO.
understand.
Dude, I shit on SAO, but if I never watched SAO, I don't think I would have watched anime.
I wouldn't be the
That
same
was like-
person I am today without Sword Art Online. Just
I-
putting that out there.
Okay,
Same.
And hope you get
Will
it
has
right,
just
too.
just stated that his second one would make us even more mad. So
Okay,
Let's hear it.
it's gonna be Silent Voice, isn't it?
it's gonna be
No.
a One Punch Man.
No.
No, it won't be that.
Hold on.
Go
Okay,
go for it.
Okay,
I'll bite.
I want to. You have to listen to my reasoning though.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Steins Gate 0, and it's because I want to play the
Oh.
visual novel. I don't want to watch the. I'd
Okay,
rather
fine.
not watch
Okay,
the
yeah.
show, and I would have played the visual novel because the show
Fine.
was good, and I still gave it a 10 because Ho and Kyoma. But I think that it's much more worth it if I had played the visual novel without watching the show.
Okay.
Interesting. All right, Sohan, since you're back.
All right.
Dude,
So
I could do that.
this
Yeah, you can.
this anime, I don't. I'm pretty sure no one else has watched it. It's called Island. It was just a random seasonal that I picked up, and it was absolutely the worst
Never
thing
heard
I've
of
ever
it.
seen. There's no story whatsoever.
Isn't it about the girls on the island?
It's about some dude that wakes up with no memory on an island.
So wait.
Castaway.
No. It's like a village on an island, and he's like taking care of. I don't even know. Some random rich girl takes him in, and it's like works for her. And then
Oh,
they're just like
it's kinda kinky.
they're trying to figure out her past or something. And
Why
I
does it
dro-
not
I
sound
dropped-
bad?
Dude, I'm
dropped-
reading the
No,
description
I'm
and it makes
telling you, it
no
is-
sense.
Exactly. It is
What is it rated?
It is.
A 6.4.
It was even worse when I dropped it. To be fair, but
Solid.
maybe it got a little better. But it genuinely made no sense.
Okay.
All right.
Presents on you.
No, hold on. Speaking
And it was
speaking
also-
of speaking of
it was
random
also, like,
seasonals.
30-year-old dude with like a 10-year-old girl.
Oh,
So-
this is talking about
Classic.
all
Sohan,
over
you
again.
should have loved it then.
So Boku no Pico.
Oh.
The age gap was too small.
Oh yeah, Zach, you watched it.
Watch what? I did not watch
Boku no
Boku no Pico.
I watched Boku no Pico instead of one.
Wait, someone chose Island over Boku no Pico.
Because Boku no Pico actually had more of a story than Island.
That's nuts.
Interesting.
Actually does.
All right, I'm last, I think.
No,
Speaking
I
of,
have one more.
oh, okay, you
Yeah.
go ahead. I'll go last.
Well, since I was gonna say in another world with your smartphone, like since I already said that, I had an anime, and that's Oreimo. I wish I never watched that show. It's Zach, it's the sister one. It's the one where the guy.
I just want
you
to
know
say,
what?
I just want to point out that like all the people that like think like anime is all about incest and stuff, and then we all try to
They're
defend it,
right.
you know. And
Only
oh
half
no,
of
it's
them.
not.
And then we recommend Domestic Girlfriend.
And then you see Domestic Girlfriend, and you see
That's not
They're
Ori,
not
in.
and you
related
see
by blood.
and you see Oreimo. No,
Dude,
Domestic Girlfriend's one
Oreimo
thing.
is
SAO, that one part, you know, we're talking. Everyone knows it. That's one thing. Oreimo, this is another thing entirely.
look. I don't know the full Japanese name, but I think the English name is "Why is my sister so cute?"
Why is my
I
little
need to
sister so
watch this
cute?
show. I need to watch this show.
Yeah,
Let's
why
ju-
my little.
I think we can leave it
Sohan,
there.
I'll watch it with you.
I think you guys, your
All right.
imagination can come to figure out what else the show is about. But
It's not
basically,
etchy. That makes it
I
even
still don't
worse.
get how you watched it.
It's
Oh.
not
I don't
etchy.
understand.
It's
Yeah,
not
what the?
etchy.
That's
I'm
so
not
bad.
watching it
It's
then.
Yeah,
so
I'm not
bad.
watching it now.
My brain hurt from that show. Like I was like my sanity, and I binged the show. So I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Okay, next
All
person.
right. Mine's another just random seasonal that I didn't really like. I picked it up. I watched 3 episodes. It's called Plunderer.
Oh,
Okay.
no,
Can
no,
we
that's
ban Zach? Can we
invalid
ban
opinion.
Zach?
Invalid.
I've never been less interested in a show. I'm just gonna put it that way. It's not that I like, even didn't like it. It's not like I disliked it. It's just I've just never had been so like devoid of emotion watching a show as I was watching
That's
Plunder.
my reasoning for SAO.
You just have to get to the part.
You just need to get to the part, Zach.
I
You
don't
just
see. I
need
don't doubt that, but I just have
demon
zero.
from the abyss.
I just have zero interest in it.
Don't fold, Zach. Don't fold.
I'm not gonna fold. I'm not watching Plunder.
What if I watch Fate?
So on New Year's.
I did tell you if you watch Fate that I would watch Plunder, or I would try watching it again.
All right. When I watch Fate, then you'll watch Plunder.
Okay,
Right.
it's
So
a
are we
deal.
on the
I'm
next
see, we're not
category?
worried because I know someone's not gonna watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is-
I'll watch Fate.
We've made
One
it to the
day.
last real category.
Ooh.
I'd also like to
we have-
add something first on this last category. I also
Okay.
wanted to put slime, but I didn't want to have the same show on there 3 times. So
Wait, you want to slime with more seasons, but you hated it.
no.
And
I
rated.
wish I never watched it. I wish I never
Oh,
watched
okay.
it.
Kind of watch Slime now.
Yeah, what's
Anyways,
the hype? Where's the
anime
I
you
need
wish
to-
had more seasons. Last real category from the list.
Yeah, so I went with a continuous, and I just put Hunter because I really want to see more.
Oh,
Like
how did I forget about
Like, I-
that?
I don't really know if that counts, but like I just want to see this continued, and I want the author. I don't know his name, but whatever. To finish it, not finish it, but I just want to see more because it's so good, and there's like, it's just I don't know. If
Okay,
there's more,
well,
it'll
you
be
you
better.
can call me retarded. That's literally Yu Yu Hakusho. Just go
What?
watch it. It's Yu Yu Hakusho is Hunter except more.
It's
I
not
feel like
more. It's
that's-
actually 20 episodes shorter, Brandon.
Oh,
No, I'm saying like story wise.
Bra- no, shut up, Brandon. Okay, Brandon,
Wait,
you're next.
Brandon hasn't even finished this.
Yeah,
What?
Brandon, you're next.
Mine was Mob Psycho. I just thought it was good.
Yeah, it'll be animated more.
Basically that show is just very solid story, like very interesting way with the narrative, the way that the main character grows. And then I wish like I could just see more of that because I feel like by the end he wasn't like perfect still. So like I wish like there was more so we
Oh,
could see.
there's so much more to go with in that show. Also, god tier animation. Like that's like movie level.
The animation was so beautiful.
Sohan.
Alright, I had 2 animes for this, and they were Batum and Dead Man Wonderland.
Batum.
Yeah.
These are 2 animes that just had 1 season and just never adapted again.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was the
But
second
they
one you
had,
said?
they had really good
Dead Man
premises.
Wonderland.
Dead Man.
Yeah, I didn't like
They
that.
had really good stories, I got. Well, I was pretty interested.
Dead
Batum
Man
was really
Wonderland.
good. What?
Batum was good too.
Yeah, Batum was pretty good. I read part of the manga Batum.
Yeah.
I
If it was good
don't
enough to make Sohan read, I'm impressed.
It was that
No,
good.
someone used to read a lot.
No,
I
I read it.
After
Decent amount.
I read JoJo, I has never read manga. That's all I'm saying.
So yeah, those are my 2 shows.
Lucas.
Okay, I also have 2. The first one is Dumbbell Anime, and it's
Yeah.
purely based off the fact that when I was watching it, not only was I going to wrestling practice, but I went out of my way to work out too. And then the series finished, and I stopped working out, and it was purely because of dumbbell. I'd be watching, I'd be like, I'm getting kind of hype, and I'd go do some bench, and then it ended, and I just went to wrestling practice. The motive to work out stopped, and then my other show is Angel Beats, and it was an amazing show, just at 13 episodes.
It
But I
needed
feel like
so
they could
much
have gone
more.
deeper into so
They
many
could've
of the
done
other
so
characters'
much more.
backstories,
needed
And they
more.
could have added more. They even could have added more comedy, and it would
Hear
have been
me
perfectly
out.
fine.
Y'all
But
see that cryptic tweet that they put out?
Yeah,
Angel
I know.
Beats too. I would be very
No,
happy.
you don't know. It can be Clan Ed,
It could be
Angel
anything.
Beats.
Well, I thought
Kenna.
they specified Angel Beats or Charlotte.
Well, I
Hey,
think they're no. I
just
think they're
said
just
that's
specifying
how
this, and they're just saying, "Oh, it's an anniversary of these two series you made. Maybe we're gonna make another one." Uh-huh.
My guess is going to be something new, but like of the
If it's
same
something new,
vein.
it's so high because
However,
they're all
if it's
good.
Angel Beats, I'll freak out.
I'll be very happy.
Have you not seen Charlotte yet?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
he's
I've seen it.
Lucas has.
I
Yeah.
have. It was good.
Yeah, I like
Thanks,
it.
Brandon.
Very
Riveting.
All right.
Dude, anytime
Okay.
I try talking about a show other than saying it's good, you guys just roast me. And now when I say good, now you're roasting me. I don't know what to do now.
Well, it's because you rip into people so hard too when they say something that you don't agree with. So
Dude, I didn't even open my
it.
mouth and you told me to shut up.
All right. I'll go. I watched
Wait.
this one. What?
Okay, go.
I watched this one recently. I picked it up while I was watching Hunter because I wanted to take a little break from Hunter, and I ended up watching most of it, and then I binged the rest of it some other time. It was No Game No Life.
You stole my. I knew that's why I wanted to go.
I figured, which is why I wanted to say it first because I want to talk about it. You can talk. I won't say too much. Basically, there's so much more in that world they can go into, and I'm so upset that it was made in 2014 and there's still no more anime. I might actually have to pick up the light novel for this one because it was like, I was
Damn.
surprised how much I enjoyed it. Like, and then there's like they went into like one path of like 13 possible paths, so there's still so much more for that show to go into that they didn't hit in only 12 episodes. And I know it was a movie, but I heard it's like not as good, but it's still like
No,
decent.
the movie was good.
The
The
movie's
movie's a
good.
prequel though,
Yeah,
so
it's,
not
it's a
like
prequel. So I'm not mad about it or anything like that. But like, and I'll watch it at some point. But like, it's just it disappoints me that like that one of the biggest draws to it for me was like the animation. Like it was similar to shows I've watched before, but different at the same time. I don't know how to
It was too
describe it.
colorful.
It was
the
very
color scale hurt my
so
eyes. That's the
I
one thing.
I kind of like that honestly. I liked how like everything instead of having a
Like
black background,
epilepsy.
all the characters instead of having a black outline had a red outline. I don't know why. I thought that was so dope. Just like the choices for the colors and stuff like that, and the animation and the world itself. Like they would always draw it like in a really cool like any landscape or something like that. It's always
I
drawn
do
really
like
cool.
that.
And like
OP also a
and
bomb.
it's like it's Opie's a major bop, but yeah, common trend for me. But this and it's like for a shonen anime or some like shonen ecchi anime of that style or whatever like that. It was so unique. It's like they battle through games, like board games and or any type of game really. Like that's so cool. I don't know
I
why.
feel like I need to see that.
It was super like refreshing to watch. It was like Beastars for me. Like I
It's
actually
like
watched those
Hunger
two. I think I
Games.
watched those two back to
How-
back actually.
How many
It's like
eps?
Plunderer.
How many episodes is it, Zach?
Just 12. Just the 12.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna have
definitely
to watch
I'll
that soon.
pick it up and watch it all in one time.
I'll transition
agree.
with this because for what anime I wish I had more. I had two. I chose No Game No Life because I knew someone else would say it, like Zach. It was so weird. I feel like it just got cut. It was like they
Yeah.
just set up such a good series and they're like, "Alright, we're good." And also,
It's,
this
it's,
happened.
literally, it's literally like them dangling the carrot on the stick in front of you and then pulling it
Yeah.
away when you go to reach for it. It's literally that.
Yeah, it's dumb. And then like if this podcast happened like a month ago, I would have said where we are now.
Bleach. You cut it
Yeah.
out. Was it Bleach?
Yeah, I said what? No, I said if this podcast happened a month ago, I said Bleach. Where we are now,
Yeah.
I don't even.
For sure.
So I'm so hyped. But my real answer is Death Parade. I really wanted more of that. I don't know why. I just felt like they could have done a lot more
I
with.
did not think of that. I am 100% with you.
Yeah, they really could have done that. I think it's a bit too short.
Wait, can you guys hear Vedath, or was that just me there?
Oh yeah, he said it was just too short.
Cutting in and out.
Oh, he cut out like 16 times.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, I know we heard it, but
Okay, okay, I'll make it short. Death Parade, good. Needs more episode. Please watch.
Fair enough. All right, was that it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's
now
everybody.
the
All right.
last,
I think we got one
the
more
last
category.
Oh yeah, we
The
do
last
have one
one.
more category.
the podcast that we all hate the
Wait, what?
most.
There's another.
Yeah, the
Brandon,
podcast we
the
hate the
podcast
most.
Yeah, the
I
podcast
hate,
that.
I hate the Yo Angelo because everyone's turning
Oh
on me.
my
I hate
Wow.
Brandon for not continuing the bit. Okay, let's restart this.
Jesus.
So yeah, let's restart the entire.
The whole podcast. We're restarting
What do
the
you mean it's
entire
a
podcast.
it's a practice run.
So okay, so the podcast that I hate. Zach, would you like to take it away?
No, you got this.
I got this.
Yeah, I mean, you were the number one.
I
For
I,
both.
I, was I was the number podcast we hate is the
Oh, he's coming
gamers.
out.
Oh no. Okay, the podcast we hate the most is the gamers podcast. Everyone,
I
Actually,
watched
I think I'm gonna pivot on that. I'm gonna go with the
yeah.
podcast I love the most, and it's actually the Gamers Podcast.
It's impressive because
So
I
here-
both hate it and
Yeah, so hear me out. They blend comedy and discussion of people so well in that podcast, and I wasn't prepared for it. And I would if they're listening, I would love to be a guest star on that podcast.
No, but what's a turnoff for me is that they don't check up on their facts. They kind of just go off.
Oh right, there was fake
Especially
news.
that Mitch guy. That Mitch guy.
Holy.
well, I mean,
He kind of
there's
just thinks something and believe.
To be fair
thinks
though,
it's true.
I thought it was impressive how he managed to be both a co-host and a guest star at the same time.
and I was gonna say there's a reason Mitch was number 2 on Tristan's most hated list.
No, I moved to
that's
number
fair.
3 after
I
because
mean, no
Andy's
spoilers,
number
but
three.
like that's fair. I'm pretty sure he was number 2. Or no, he might have been number 3.
He's always in the gulag.
Oh, he is always like
wait,
Anyways.
wait, who is the person that puts him in the gulag?
me.
I don't know. Like,
Sohan, why'd you just say me? Sohan, you put him in
No,
the
I said it's
gulag?
not me. I said
Yeah,
it's
It's
not
me.
me.
I
Likely
was
story. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning
Thank
into
you for
episode 3 of the
listening to the-
podcast.
Bro, everyone shut up.
Our 2-hour episode. I'm a fan. I think we should do more
I'm
of
a
these
fan.
2-hour ones, even though it's 2:35 a.m. right now.
Yeah, we're losing our sanity.
I actually
I've-
enjoyed this one, and I doubt anyone's even gonna listen this far into it. But
Yeah.
This one is
Mitch better.
Mitch better. That's all I'm saying. All right, thanks for
Mitch
listening.
better.
See ya.